Midwest side goes blues, missing narratively driven podcast. You'll never turn right. I'll be in fall. We gave so far, dice roll and roll in response. Never solo, no slow to the Dogs of Warcry.
Dogs of Warcry is a podcast from the Mortal Realms focusing on Warcry, a fast-paced cinematic skirmish game by Games Workshop. You can expect discussions on gameplay, rules, homebrew, lore, painting, terrain, narrative gaming, leagues, and events.
Anymore.
Welcome to Dogs of Warcry. In this episode, we'll be discussing our thoughts and opinions on the recent Autumn FAQs, because we had one in August, one in October. And as usual, we'll be talking about hobby progress, all the things that we've been keeping busy in the last couple of months, and the games that we've had. With me tonight, as you can see, our Vent, Mike. How are you guys doing?
What's up?
Very
Warcry.
good.
It's back. We're back. We remembered. Sorry, it's my fault, guys. I couldn't figure out what the power button was on my computer. We've tried to record like 8 times, and I just forgot how the computer works. That's
Every time.
Yeah.
Plug it in, hit the power button.
Oh, right now.
No.
right. No, not again.
And that's the end of this episode of the Dogs of Warcry.
Nailed it.
Hey, we still got our mojo. We're back. We're so back. And the good news is we already planned out a couple more episodes. So hopefully we'll have a couple more in the near future again.
That's right. That's right.
We'll see you later, guys. Have a great time.
2027 will be here before you know it. That's a joke. If you're listening to this after November of 2025, that joke is way worse, but it's good now.
Yeah, we've been keeping busy, and to kind of talk about some of that, we're going to jump into the Forge of Mithraxis. Vint, what hobby stuff you've been up to since late August?
Well, since late August, I've been building Stormcast. That's been fun. I think I'm going to put my Baelacor finally on the to-do pile and build him and get him ready.
Ooh.
Been working on the Adepticon list I do a 40K teams thing with some of my friends from the Milwaukee area every year. So it's super duper fun. And we're figuring out what we're going to put in for, like what armies we're going to do and figuring that out. So a lot of list hammering. Then also all of a sudden out of the blue, there was Warcry. News, guys, news. So I broke out some Corvus to put on right underneath the Mighty Baelacor to build up and give a try.
That's a super cool idea. They got wings too. They like shiny stuff, just like Bellacor's chains on the wings, right? Be'lakor is really just an honorary Corvus Cabal member, the biggest freak of those freaks that you could get. He likes the big shinies.
Exactly. And of course, you were at Mortal Realms Con playing. You got your Twistweld out there, and
Twistweld and Stormcast, coincidentally enough. I had my Vanguard Stormcast out, but we'll get to those in I think another video. Yeah. But they turned out well.
Exactly. How about you, Mike?
I've been once we got done with Mortal Realms Con, all of the adrenaline left my body and I lay in a heat for a couple of days, just kind of recovering. It was super fun though. It went really well. I had a great time. So fun having everybody there. Glad it went well. Not that I expected it not to, but that was great. But so I was doing all like the terrain prep, things like that. I can't remember if I shared it or not, but I made Blood Hunt. I finally painted and built. I finally built and then painted one of my 6 boxes of Blood Hunt terrain.
You haven't shared that.
Oh no! Oh well, this is Forge. This is time. This is the right moment. It's it's normally right behind me, but it's in a different room because I took it to play last night.
Another time.
But I made a spider kind of themed board. So I think I did talk a little bit about it maybe, but I took the board from the Warcry box that came with like the 2 boxes of Wildwoods because it had like spiders and spider webs.
Did you have this at your event?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I have seen it then. I have seen it. Yeah. I've got a picture of it.
Webs in the trees, and I got I made a maw pit into like a funnel web spider hole.
Right. Yes.
There's still more to do for that board, but it is functional as a board right now, which was my main goal going into there.
I love it.
Then since then, I've just been I always like buying and building all of the Underworlds models because as they luckily, as we've seen recently, and spoiler alert, but they got more rules, so just continuing to hammer those out, build all the new guys, and see which models I like and which ones I don't. But then, and I think I said it last time, but I just took a little break from them as well, but working on my Yadrillin River blades, just getting those painted up. They're a really fun one to play, and their models are super cool. They just have a lot of it's chaos but in order. They're like, hey, you like trim? Let's do some trim. So I've been doing some trim. No, actually I haven't done any of the trim. I think I've done all but the trim. But yeah, just trying to get them done. I got a couple of different allies for them that are like themed, kind of rivery. I bought the what was it, the Kroot axolotl to be like a Seraphon mount for them. I think a couple of people have done that. And then I converted Dante from right, is that his name? Commander Dante from 40K.
From 40K.
Yeah, I turned him into an Annihilator Prime, kind of dancing off a rock with his grand hammer. I was like, that's the perfect pose for an Annihilator to be doing in Riverblades as an ally. So
agile.
Where is it? I don't think it's nearby. I was very proud of that one. That was a very fun conversion. It was a tricky conversion, but it's so perfect. He's got his toes sculpted onto his armor, and it feels very graceful and agile. So,
Mike, you know the story behind Dante, right?
I did actually. I learned it when I shared this with folks in a different Discord, and then I completely forgot about the story. Somebody's mad at him though, right? Somebody's mad at Dante for having the toe outfit.
No, so he wants to like finish his duty, right? Like finish up and be done, and give up the ghost. Like he wants to die, right? He's like, sooner or later it'll just end. So I feel like his personal hell would be being a Stormcast. Like he'd be like, cool, I just can't wait to kick the bucket. And he's like, Sigmar's like, no, son, back into the fight.
Hey, buddy, it's like the Pokemon that always gets sent out to be killed all the time. You drag it back to the Pokemon Center and heal it up. And like, you're ready to go again, pal. Don't worry, you'll never die.
So the horror, the absolute horror of poor Dante being a Stormcast Eternal.
Right.
It's very fun. Completely undermining all of the lore inadvertently for everything. Just, accidentally creating the perfect storm for a perfect hell for one man. And just idiot Jazz, just completely unaware of what I'm doing. And I'm just like, hey, this guy would look great doing this, wouldn't he? And he's like, no, eternal torment.
Don't do it.
Sorry, pal. I'm gonna think about that every time I play that model. Now I'm like, I can't let you die.
Exactly.
Just kidding, you're dead. Come on back, resurrect.
You just have to whisper, not yet.
That's right. You got one wound. Respite's a double now, pal. You're coming back up. I appreciate you sharing that, Vic, because I had no idea, and that's delightful. That is just not for him, but for us. For us who don't have to deal with it, it's great.
Yeah, no, it's that's super funny. I was like, oh my god, this is brutal. How could you? But also,
I just thought he looked cool. I just think they're neat. I don't think I've created any other just Eternal Torment models recently. I think that's most of what I've been doing. So that's about it. That's all I got. I don't think I said it last time. I bought a Deathbringer, like the official model, and I didn't like it to start, and I think it's just the pose. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I did repose it. And it's a pain to repose. The arms are pretty stagnant in what they're doing, and I had to use the lighter technique for this one, and that's why you can see he's got a nice charred arm there. He got a little singed, but I made him into he's kind of like he's like calling you out to bring you death.
Yep.
And I had it, and I was like, oh, it's something missing. And I realized all I needed to do was make his head go from like this to get a little cocky onto the side. It just feels arrogant and cocky, and yeah, just it's everything I wanted it to be. But yeah, if you're gonna convert that model, it's a toughie. It is. You're gonna need to give it some love. It was the hardest conversion I had since I squeezed a Meyer Brute Trogoth from an 80 mil base onto a 50 and had to constantly torch his crotch so I could get the legs to melt a little bit. I'm starting to. All right, let's move on to someone else. Josh, what have you been doing? I'm doing some nasty things to my toy.
Right. You're burning crotch. My
I feel like
goodness.
Sid from Toy Story. I'm just like
You are Sid from Toy Story. You're not kind of.
So anyway, I kit bashed the dinosaur legs onto a fishing rod the other day. No, Josh, that's enough about me. How about you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been good. We'll cover the Mortal Realms Con stuff in another podcast. So outside of that, I did print and paint up some kind of like standing stone terrain, like a giant skull ritual altar, and it all had painted some kind of glowing runes and all of it to and painted up my my Wendigo warband to play in a Necropolis skirmish event with my stepson Ben.
What's that?
Yeah.
It's been 14 years? When did Warcry come out? No.
14 years. So they're good. I'll have to get some better pictures.
Though, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was right at the beginning of second edition, so 2022 August.
Yeah, it was second. Yep, right.
3-year project.
2022.
Complete. Congrats. Well done.
But yeah, they look great. Had a lot of fun. I used the terrain for some Warcry games after that. A lot of fun there too. So I'm hoping to bring it next time so people can try it out some more. Mm-hmm. So that was good. Successful hobby progress. We've got some friends who are doing a Trench Crusade League starting next year. So those are some models I got to start working on. But I'm hoping to get my Skurgan True Blades painted up for League during the course of the campaign. So that's my next goal, is to kind of work on those. Although I still got a terrain itch. I'm going to print off some crookie trees and some other stuff and make some tiered levels for the cemetery terrain we've been playing and stuff like that. So may end up doing a little bit of both.
Those models are just so good too. Those Skurgans, they're so thematic, and they just sell everything that they're promised right to you.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fun flavor. I'll talk about it more when we hit to the Path to Glory section. But it's good. It's good.
Oh, well, we're probably not going to get... Whoa, here it comes. It's happening right now. Path to Glory. Oh, my goodness. This is the Path to Glory. This is where we talk about the games we've been playing. That fun we've been having. It's good times. Hanging out with our friends and playing rolling dice and stuff. And not doing anything...
Slaughtering models.
Yeah, not doing anything heinously evil about the lore or anything like that with your toys. Talking about what we've been up to. So, Vint, what you been playing lately? What you been getting on the table, bud?
So it's been some 40K. The Kill Team updates came out too, and they removed some nerfs they had put on some of the teams I like to play. So Hobbits are back on the menu, boys. So they've been fun. It's been a good time. Lots of like little 40K skirmishes while we're working on lists. And then I've got an AOS game set up for tomorrow with Mr. Joseph. We might do Warcry if I can't get my stuff ready, but I've got lots of time. It's like tomorrow, right? Like I've got some stuff.
Hours.
Probably. It's Stormcast, so I got to build? Like 2 boxes? We're fine. So that's on the agenda. But yeah, I've been doing guys, I have to be real. I made a mistake on a rule because I read it off of a website instead of the book, and probably played at least 2 games completely wrong, and very much to my benefit. So that was the thing.
That you won, and we can all move on.
Well, it wasn't so much that I won. It was like, so I had a unit, and I thought it had like an invuln save because of the hero, because the hero's rule on the website I used said it gives this unit an invuln save, and I was like, well, that means all of them, right? That's what that says. But no, Chaos Cultists do not have a 4-up invuln. So I was like, wow, why does nobody do this? Because
This
it's
is
illegal.
nice. This is like confession because they're probably not watching this podcast. So you get it out there.
Exactly.
You get to
Exactly.
absolve yourself of the guilt, and
It-
they'll never know.
Those poor
You're
cultists.
so right.
They won't understand why they've lost their god's favor the next game they're in, and they're dying. Like,
Oh, for sure. I was like legit, like, oh my gosh, guys, you can't go out again. Like, this is the game you're done. I also over the
A lot of
summer
torment
completed and
in
then
this episode.
finished my last game with Inquisitorial Agents or Imperial Agents for like an escalation league, and that was super fun. I feel like my karma was really like my bad rules karma was probably from that league because I won one game and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this all 4 or 5 games. Like, let's go. Like this will be fine. Like, because my first game I won pretty solidly. Every game after that I got absolutely massacred. And then 2 of the games people were like, well, like, hey, I got this one rule wrong, sorry. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And you thought that's the way you're supposed to play. Oh, you just pick a rule to get wrong, and then,
Yeah. So I was like, hey, here's just 20 dudes that cost me no points with a 4-up invuln save. That's fine. 50 points? Perfect. So 100 points? Sure, we'll put a 20-man with this guy.
Yeah. How many can I buy in field? Because I'll put them all on the table.
Well, it counts for news on this podcast because I did, in fact, use a lot of Warcry models from my cultists.
there you go.
Because I was like, hey, you're on a 25 mil. Guess what, Chaos Cultist?
You just got recruited. You got drafted, buddy. Guess what?
Congrats.
You're going to Acadia. Is that still a place? I don't know 40K lore enough. That's about as deep a cut you'll get from me, other than what I've done before Dante.
Cadia, to keep the theme up, Cadia got destroyed, and people get really, really upset about it.
They do.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So, Abaddon, the Despoiler, since you asked, Abaddon, the Despoiler gets mad, more or less, and throws a giant ship, like drives through it like Star Wars.
Oh,
and
nice.
drives
Stone
through
Fortress.
the planet, is like,
Yep.
forget it, we ball, except the other word, so we don't get demonetized from our 10 viewers. Thank you, all 10 of you. But he just gets mad and throws the ship through the planet and destroys it. So Cadians go around and they still do this Cadia stands.
Oh, see,
And-
I've heard that, and I assumed it was a real thing. It was because there was a place that could stand, not got it. Well, we're going to see how many more landmines 40K landmines I can step on before the end of this episode.
We're just getting started, folks. We're just getting started.
It's the crossover episode, little to our knowledge. Warcry FAQ? Kinda.
Exactly.
So, Vint, you've
Okay.
been cheating in your games. Anything else?
No, not really as far as those go. Thankfully, I figured out the rule, and I don't know that it would have changed the outcome. And I didn't win both games. One of them I lost, so I would have just lost harder. Is really the answer there.
So, no harm, no foul. Totally fine.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
heard that
Universe
at home, folks.
corrects.
Cheat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
The universe
Wouldn't
knew.
change the outcome. Do whatever you got. Flip a couple of dice when your opponent's not looking. You got some floaters. Stick them in the toilet. 6 and 1. You know what to do with toilet dice.
Gross.
How about you, Mike? Get some games in?
I have, yeah. I got to. Let's see. I played Mortal Realms. Kind of won't go too far into it again because I think we want to talk about it later. But I played Demons of Corn there. But I made a TO list. Tried to minimize the number of bodies I could bring, so I brought Vexmore and the Deathbringer at that time. So it was relying a lot on friends to be functional, but because notoriously they're one of the worst factions, and especially when you roll the dice that I rolled that day, it turns out all factions.
That's
are
because
bad.
you brought both of them, Mike.
That's true.
You brought
yeah, and
Vexmore and
I didn't-
Deathbringer.
I didn't use Vince's special secret trick either. But no, it was fun. I painted those guys a little while ago. Not to completion, because why would you finish it? But painted a lot of them, and they're cool models. I really like those models, and wanted to get them on the table, and they looked neat. And then we've been playing a league locally. Eric O, not of the Dogs of Warcry podcast previously, but also will be on here soon. It's confusing. There's two Eric O's. This is not the one that you've heard the tones of previously. But he's been running this really awesome league. We'll have him on to talk about it at some point, just because it's completely all custom written stuff, and it's just really cool theme. I don't want to even get too far into it, but what I will share is that I've been playing Gloomspike Gits with a Flesh Eater Quartz buddy as part of the games, and it's just been really fun to play games where I'm leaning into the delusion of the Flesh Eater Quartz washing over the chaos and craziness and the absurdity that the Gloomspike Gits already have. It's just like, yeah, where is there a difference? You're like, oh, I mixed Pepsi with Coke. What's going on here? So, like, but it's been really fun. He's just got some really, again, fun ideas, and Josh and I got a game against each other.
First time in ages.
Yeah, I literally don't remember. I think the last time we played, and correct me if I'm wrong, it may have been my Claws of Karanak against your it's the old Cypher Lords, which was like like it's crazy, like over a year ago.
Yeah.
But that one was super fun. And then I've played Zach twice locally as well. He's been rocking Soul Blight, and my faction's got. We've determined it's maybe a little bit overpowered. Every single one of my guys gets +1 strength, +1 damage, and +1 crit damage, and plus some other fun stuff. So it turns gets into some nasty little buggers. So we played yesterday, and the game was for Zach to try to destroy one of my entire deployment groups, and I ended up tabling him by the end of it. I said,
Dang.
Call an ambulance, but not for me. Again, I think we've determined. I think I might self-police a little bit and reduce it, because it's been.
Is that your encampment, or what's? Yeah.
Yep. The encampment was that my ghoul, what is it? The the Royal Executioner. He dipped all of our weapons in the blood of this beast in an anointed ceremony, and now we just are, real nasty. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's again, it's been working out great for me, but not so great if you're trying to have like more compelling games, just because it's like I point and click and delete things. So. But no, it's been really fun, and Zach and I have a good time. We just, we both know the game well enough that we're like, all right, this game isn't going to be close. Let's find the fun parts that we can in it, and tell the stories and get the moral victories that we can try to pull out of it when it hits a little bit of a tailspin. So. But yeah, I think that's the most recent one. I was hoping, unfortunately, I'll shout it out here. I was hoping to go up to Renegade Open in Minnesota in a couple of weeks, but not going to work out for me this time. But if you're looking to get some games, that's the weekend before Thanksgiving, which is, let me look at the dates real quick. Saturday the 22nd, they're doing a competitive event. And Sunday the 23rd, they're doing a narrative event. Cody, our buddy, been on the show before, put a ton of work in. Super, super cool. The narrative event is it's all catacombs, and it's the Halls of Hashut, I think it's called, where he's doing all kind of Chaos Dwarf themed stuff. Got some really, really cool ideas. He was very inspired by your Mortal Realms kind of event, Josh, and used the inspiration.
Oh, he's supposed to steal as much as you want.
Yeah, that's right. Good artist borrow, great artist steal, right? But yeah, so if hopefully we get this out a little bit before then, so that anybody who might be around there can get to it. But I was hoping to get games there, but won't unfortunately. But there's an opportunity for others if they would be interested in it. So I'm trying to convince them, because I don't think anybody from Madison is going up for the narrative event, to just come down here and run it for us as well, since we're all fresh to it. So I was like, just bring all the stuff, dude. We can make it happen.
Right. Yeah. It's a little tough the weekend before Thanksgiving. So
exactly, and it's a big con, and they've got it's a golden ticket event for AOS and 40K and Guild Team, I think. Maybe.
Wow.
So
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
It's really good for those big events. It's a lot tougher for the smaller events, because you're competing with those, I think, because it's only on the same days. So it is what it is. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to play it down here though. We'll see.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
How about you, Josh? What you been getting after?
So just to provide a little bit of background on Eric's league, so we all he gave us all a up to 200 point emissary from one of the Mortarks, or a death representative, and our warbands are essentially the secret wars behind the scenes for the Mortarks. So as Mike alluded to, he's chosen somebody from, essentially Ushuran's court. I talked with him a little bit, and we worked out a deal where I'm representing Morda. And so I actually have this Morda Reclusian connection where my emissary, she's a vampire. We kind of just decided that she's an old ancestor of Reclusian, and so that's how she's involved in the Memorian Order. And so I can ally Reclusians in, and I just included one in my last game, so that was kind of fun.
That's awesome. I didn't know you had that going on. I'm a little, and maybe I'm glad I played you when I did. I don't think I want to play against Reclusians.
Well, I just had the Prime in there, and while the first time I got to have it out, first time I got it out against Eric, not this week but last week, we pulled a card where I lost half of the models in each of my battle groups rounded down. So okay, I had my leader, I had my emissary, and I had my Reclusian Prime, 3 models on the board, and he had to take them out, and he just eked it out at the very last turn, very last activation. It was
what's that mission
good game.
From? I don't think I've ever heard of that mission before.
Yeah, I can't remember what twist or what victory condition it was, but yeah, it was nasty. I had like 3 in each one, and I had to lose half rounded down. I was like, shoot.
Yeah, that's a tough. It's basically the one where you've only got one battle group, but they just redistribute it, right? Let's spread them out instead of having them all in the same spot.
Yeah, and the way the deployments worked, I could have easily just kind of pulled back and just won, but that would have been so boring. So I just got I kind of went in there and then did some redraw, lots of movement around the board to make it work for it, and I almost got away with it, even though I did that. But I'll tell you what, my encampment is, every battle round, I can do an attack action where I crit on 3-ups. And I can tell you, I have never rolled so many 2s since I've had this. My leader in 2 different games, right? I even used a quad. So I rolled 3 different times, 12 dice. 8 of them were 2s. No, not even 1s. They were 2s. And then the others were 3-ups.
Devastating. Absolutely devastating.
Oh my God, what's happening here? So it's been kind of crazy. Yeah,
it's a level of insult that you can only imagine that it would never occur. But here it is. Josh is living the nightmare.
Right. But it was a fun game, definitely, and I do like the Eskurgan. The change to doubles, the onslaught's going to be a little rough.
Yeah,
but we'll see what we can do.
They were too strong. Eskurgans were overpowered as it is. They needed a nerf. They came back down to earth finally.
I guess I'll just have to bring more Reclusians.
I might have been getting that confused with the other Death Soul Blight faction. Never mind. No.
Right. The electric slide.
Yep.
Yeah, no, definitely good games. Yeah, lots of fun terrain, kind of changing things up, and looking forward to some of the unique twists and stuff we have coming up. So it should be fun. And a multiplayer event.
Yeah, coming up soon. The twists he keeps coming up with are really fun. They're all themed around the just like where we're going, and he tells a story every week, and he'll send you some custom narrative. It's a really cool DM'd kind of campaign. It's very fun, very fun. I'm excited to have him on and talk about it even more, because I know he's been working on it for a while, and I think everybody's been enjoying it. So
yeah, definitely. All right. Well, it's nice that we actually have stuff for the next section.
Yeah. Vin, you got those glasses on? You think you can see any visions from them?
Well, I do say I think the visions are maddening. By Jove! All right, so guys, we're pretty advanced with our predictions. We can usually see the future a little bit, which is why we waited. Yeah, we're like, I think there's going to be a second one of these FAQs.
Sir, a second FAQ. No.
And we
Shout out
did
Will.
this, and they showed up. They're on delivery. There's probably some new rules. We'll talk about them some other time. No, I'm kidding. We're going to talk about them right now. So, what was your favorite part, Josh, about the new rules updates?
Well, just all the new stuff. In particular,
Just the fact that they happen.
there was a air of excitement in August, and then like a surprise excitement again, just a couple weeks ago. So that's
Plot
good.
twist.
That's good. Yeah. But the new KO model's got their rules.
Yep.
This in this last FAQ, so it's nice.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. Trying those guys out.
Yeah, I was stoked to see the Underworld stuff coming in. Like I said, I always buy those models because I know they're coming for Warcry, and they're always great models. They're fun to build, and they're all this entire season is stuffed into the fold box that came in Emberguard. I got Spitewood, and I had to diversify, and all of the cards go in there now, and all the models keep getting jammed into the box. So I was excited to be able to have a reason to untangle those from my mush pile of the box.
The mush pile. Says the guy with. How did the Meyer Brute go again? I'm sorry. What happened to him? The mush pile? Jeez,
My lords
man.
have advised me not to speak about it.
Yeah. I'd say call Sigmar, but you just gave him a Stormcast. Is that what you did? I'm going to sell Dante to Sigmar to get him as my spiritual guide. Okay. I like that the Hellsmiths of Hashut have new rules.
Yeah.
Twist Willed was pretty cool. I took them to our Mortal Realms Con, and they were super neat. And now I have more of them because points. So that was exciting for me. And to your point, Mike, I think for me, it helps that like I normally am just doing very straightforward warbands where it's like, here's the box of minis, and poof, they are them, right? Like,
mush them?
for
No, you're
Mortal
not
Realms
mushing them. Never
Con.
mind. I thought you were mushing.
Yeah.
I saw this.
No mushing. No mushing. That's but no, I do I normally am like, oh, let's play all Twist Weld, or maybe throw in an ally, but all Twist Weld and all whatever. So it's kind of cool to have the unique versus non-unique characters. Like that didn't affect me much, but I know it changes list building greatly.
Yeah.
And then the Stormcast being able to drop in is just kind of nice, right? Like it makes me, look a little more excitedly at my like old Retributors and be like, it'd be kind of cool. This guy's not going anywhere, but he doesn't have to move far to get to the objective. Like one move and he just stands still. All right, come at me, bro. I got a big old hammer and your name's on it.
Exactly.
How about you, Josh?
Yeah, no, and it was just this past weekend we had Warhammer Champions, some really cool reveals there.
Yeah.
I really liked the obviously the Warhammer Quest box, Darkwater. I am so looking forward to getting those models, and hopefully Warcry rules. Yeah.
Fingers, yeah, it's a very exciting release. I'm hoping to. I posted in like our Discord. I was like, would anybody be interested in having a go at this game when it comes out? And like I think 8 of us were just like, yeah, I'll have a go on it. So I was just sarcastic. I was like, no one? Okay, I guess I'll no, I'm stoked. I'm really excited to see what how they've like made that box too, just because it seems like they've taken a lot of ideas from kind of modern board game design and tried to upgrade it. So I'm excited to see how it plays. Looking forward to actually getting it on the table. And then I'm a big Nurgle fan in general. It was literally the faction that got me into AOS. I saw a Great Unclean one. I was a huge Final Fantasy 12 fan back in the day. And there was one of the summons you could get was a Cthulhu. I can't remember his name, but he's just this big fat blob dude. And then I saw the Great Unclean one. I was like, oh, that's the same guy. That's literally the same dude. And so I was like,
they all kind of look like mush after you hit the lighter with them a few times.
Yeah, dude, you get a couple burn spots on there. You just pull out the cigarette lighter from your car and hit it for a second.
Yeah, those ulcers. That's
I
what.
mean, Nurgle can't feel it. You can do it as much as you like. But no, I was very excited to see all of the new. Quiet down,
That was perfect.
kids.
All right.
No huffing melted plastic.
Good for you.
Honestly, the amount of accidental plastic inhalation I've done from just gluing, like when I kit bash, I'm just like, let's lather this up, let's get it in there, and it's just, maybe the reason why I am where I am. But no, I was stoked because obviously there's all those new Nurgle models in there. There's a bunch of other Nurgle models coming out. I will say the Nurgle models, I like the older style better. I like them gross. I like the kind of almost like tongue-in-cheek, like the silliness of the older ones. These ones are a lot more like serious, grim, dark. I saw somebody describe them as like Dark Souls kind of version.
Gotcha.
They seem like perfect for like Trench Crusade. I think that's the vibe that they match completely. But I am excited because I want to do like an Order of the Fly proper warband, and I think some of these models would be really, really good for that. They got some cool new weirdos. I love it. In Darkwater, everybody joked about like, oh, the zombies are cool. Yeah, they got graves on their back. They came out of the ground, real original GW. And then they did it again with like the 3-headed dudes. These guys, they're like, what if Nurgle infected the ground? And then they just come out of the ground and they got stuff on their back again. So
the Canker Souls, they're cool with the 3 faces.
Yeah, yep. It reminds me of Dire Trolls from D&D. Very similar.
Yeah,
kind of fun. But yeah, I was a big fan.
And those little skull-headed, what do they call them?
Yep. The ones, because I told you, Josh, you got to put them in your Wendigo warband.
Right.
Like
water, something.
Heartbeat? No, it's
Kelpies.
Kelpie.
Kelpies.
Kelpies. There we go. I was like, it's not this mythical animal that I thought it was, but it is a mythical animal.
Right.
Yep. No, those ones look really, really fun to pop in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, some new Cathay models, which, a lot of people were in chat talking about. Hey, see, this is Sigmar. Perfect.
Yep.
Some really cool models there. Yeah. So, as always.
There's always something new coming. GW keeps us on the hook just when I think I'm out.
Yeah. I know. Even some of those 40K models would be good for conversions and stuff, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Necromunda models.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of fun stuff with 40K models.
You can. I mean,
they can't stop you from turning Dante into a storm.
Nobody can stop you now.
Yeah.
Sigmar said it's okay. Sigmar was like, it's all right. The God Emperor won't mind. And this is how we actually get the crossover. The Emperor of Mankind hears about Mike Sanson's.
He shows up
Mike's
to Wisconsin. He comes to my house.
Yeah, the Emperor of Mankind just standing outside your door like,
let Dante leave Dante alone.
Yeah, we're in the past, right? So he's already living around, wandering around.
All kidding aside, I think there are some like cool. I was looking at doing some kit bashes with the Ash Race Nomads for some AOS stuff.
Dude,
I know Paul's done some of that too. Yeah,
they're such good models. I have a lot of pieces for it, and I'm just slowly accumulating and accruing enough to do silent ones. Silent People Warband. What is it? Silent People, right?
Silent ones.
Silent
ones.
Or
silent. Yeah. Oh.
It's one of the two. But the Gur faction that they alluded to, and they've just intermittently sprinkled pieces in there. So try to make like this bug style warband. But all of the Ash Waste Nomads that they keep releasing, the new Hellamite Ash Wings, I think they were. I gotta buy them still. Because they're plastic too. They keep releasing it in plastic because like so much of the Necromunda stuff is great. They got pets, and I'm like, sweet, I'll buy it. Nope, it's resin. Never mind, I'm out. I can't get match that. So, I'm incapable of that level of skill. So,
you've already got the necessary skills. It's a lighter and some super glue, brother. You can do it so fast.
That's right. They don't work.
Well, and then there's what are they? They're the Cawdor gang. Because they're all like ratted out and stuff, and they have like weird weapons. So doing like Chaos Cultists, Chaos Cultists.
Ben's used a lot of them for his ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
The Cawdor
freaks. That's what we're known for. If you're not putting freaks in Warcry, you're playing wrong.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me. The Darkwater, they also had that Karnathi and that Shape Changer guy.
Yeah,
Those would be cool models. Yeah.
I hope they do more of the barbarian looking dude. That guy, I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, the Karnathi, like we just had like 3 more come out in Underworlds, and then we got another one coming here.
Yes, I know. I gotta put a warband together with all of them.
Yeah, just put them all in the same, just the prancing ponies just galloping about.
The Kurnoth's Revenge.
I do
paint them all pink.
Yeah,
Pink Pony Club.
I hope they release like more of like the regular kind of people from that though, because the ones that were in Skates Wild Hunt, like and I was actually talking to Will from the podcast about it, but they're kind of leaning into, it seems like a little more like Fae kind of classic stuff, and I hope they do more of that, because I think that's a really cool space that hasn't really been fully explored within AOS, and I think doing some more trickstery kind of stuff, like feral trickstery stuff, would be really neat. So I like that barbarian dude for sure.
I thought it leaned into the whole Gur setting where there was lots of shape changing going on, even with Stormcast. I was like, oh, this is a perfect representation of a tribe that's been affected. It would be cool to see more of that.
I think you just like him because you guys have the same haircut. You got the same.
It's possible.
The same locks, and it looks.
I got to work on it.
I think you pull it off better than he does. He looks good, but he's a little small.
Watching it, I think this is like the Darkwater stuff is some of the best painted stuff I've seen them pull out lately too.
Yeah.
Like just like looking at the paint jobs, I was like, okay, so they decided that this was it. They're all in on like the teeny tiny gemstones on the like Wendigo looking dude. Like
that guy has
incredible.
I recently discovered the Sylvaneth gems on like the Karnathi and stuff like that, and all of like the non-tree based ones. I didn't know about them for a long time. That they existed. I'm pretty sure that guy has a belly button gem. I think it's right in his belly button in the picture. It's kind of fun. Made me smile. Made me chuckle.
Yeah, no, all the Nurgle stuff is absolutely amazing with the variation of colors and the skin and stuff. Yeah, no, really cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Josh, speaking of painting, do you want to talk about the Circle of Paint?
Circle of Paint.
Skip it.
The circle.
Skip it.
So, as our listeners know, we had a Ravage Coast themed hero challenge, and while Mike and I had stuff in preparation, only Vint put it on the table.
I'll push back. I didn't put it on the table, but I've got a model painted that I can enter.
Let's see it.
Oh, all right. Whoever puts it on screen first wins the whole challenge. I'd like to thank not you guys for weighing me down with all this.
All right. Gloves have been thrown. We get 2 pictures, one from each of you. We'll throw them out there.
Just call it. This is fine. This is.
What? You don't want to put it to the audience?
No, Vint had his shit. They can screenshot it. It was on screen for here. Look at it go. One more. Look at the detail. I think it's just really hard if you look. Just the detail on it. It's unmatched. I can't imagine Vint got anywhere close to that. So. No, I'll concede. Vint, you did it, and Josh and I only talked about it, so we'll give it to you.
You even played with them in your event.
Yep.
Competitively.
Yeah. That was what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, you
guys.
came to my house and you rubbed it in my face, Yeah, no, they did look awesome, man. It was a very, very well executed war band, and I think they would have won even if it wasn't by default. Sure, you'll always have that lingering doubt in the back of your mind that maybe they weren't worth the win, but don't let that bother you.
Guys, I don't even know the rules to our games that we play, like not any of them. So you think I'm going to be like, and I know the rules on painting.
Vint, you brought 30 models to a Warcry game.
No, that's just the audience. They're cheering from the sidelines.
Yeah, guys,
also,
I thought
they rushed the field.
Wasn't this guy? I thought they were all only 150 points, so I could add them on.
Also, they have 4-up vaults.
All of them, every single one. In Warcry, where there are definitely saves, I remember.
And that's why nobody's ever beaten Vint at Warcry. You know, he's playing on a whole different level than the rest of us.
Nobody's ever beaten Vint at Warcry, ever. Let me confirm. God.
So Vint obviously gets the title for this go around. I don't think we've thought of a new Circle of Paint challenge to pretend we're going to do and then not do, but we'll think of one for the next episode. We'll pantomime something else for quite a few months before we inevitably crash out and don't get it done in time.
And if you have suggestions, throw them in the comments or throw them up in the Discord.
And don't be
There's like 10 of you, so we'll get to those comments. We'll see them, and then we'll say we're going to do it for an event, and I'll do it for the event early. You know? And maybe they do and beat me, or maybe they don't and I win. That's generally how that goes.
I'll enter this one again. I'll just... No, I'm excited to... I genuinely was excited when the Immortal Realms Con came up, and I was just working so hard on other stuff. So I was bummed because that, again, like your Wendigo Warband, Josh, the ones that I wanted to paint, it was the first conversion I ever did. Like one of the models was, so it's like finally I got a reason. And I was like, let's.
Yeah.
You know, I love the sound. I love deadlines. The sound they make as they go whizzing by, right? Yeah. Like, technically, these were orcs, so it was wah wah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's me. That's me right now for sure. No, congrats.
All right,
it really was a great warband. Proud of you on multiple levels.
They turned out pretty good. I do think you guys are extremely good painters, and had it been a fair fight where I didn't, like the Mortal Realms Con events, I had almost nothing to do with outside of playing. So these two like set up, built, painted, developed all this stuff, and I just had to paint up like my 6 dudes. It's not the same. We're literally not the same. I can talk a mad game, but I didn't develop a spider board and a 4-board awesome like running narrative playthrough. So I painted 6 trees, guys. So it's okay. I will take this W, but know that in my heart of hearts, I know you guys would have put up a really good showing had I done anything for this event. So
right. I guess Josh and I'll just split the win if that's how you feel. We'll just split
that's
it.
fair. Super fair.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that, man. It's very big.
I'm gonna take the next one.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll have it done in 3 weeks, and you guys will get it done sometime next Thanksgiving. I'm excited.
Hey, let's all paint a Gargant and kit bash it custom, and it can be one that you've done before as well if you really want to.
Wait a minute.
I'll show that later. We'll do that in the episode.
Mine's Balicor.
He's big enough. In my defense, I did kit bash and paint the Gargant in the meantime. I didn't do the paint challenge, but I conceptualized a whole narrative story about a guy and painted him. So I'm pretty proud of that, actually.
That's
I
impressive.
did actually do work, so.
Yeah. It's very fun.
And you'll hear more about it when we talk about the Mortal Realms Con events. Exactly.
Yeah. Whenever we'll plan around it, we'll get it happening because there's a lot of fun stuff to chat about with it, and
we'll have to make sure we include pictures too of the boards, the models, that kind of cool stuff.
There's a lot.
It'll be super cool, and then we can talk about that other event we do that's coming up in March.
No, don't think it's in March. That would be
May?
too close. No, March would be very soon, and we'd have to have work done by now. It must be later.
Not by now. Not by now. It's fine. Oh, that does remind me though. I think we had planned to do the Adepticon event in the Moss Cairn, like we did for Mortal Realms Con, but they are coming out with a new Path to Glory book set in Gairan, so we'll have to consider: do we want it to be set there or stick with Moss Cairn? Something to think
It'll
about.
be a knife fight. That's how we'll decide.
Yeah, first one, most stabs to the body wins. Receive.
Okay, I'll ref you.
I can't wait
go.
I really want to win this
one.
one.
Knife. We can get him.
Ice knives.
Yes. No evidence.
Winter's here.
We've got a lot of stuff that we're working through since we haven't recorded in a while tonight. Sorry,
Yeah,
folks.
you can tell we've missed each other. All right, so just like I won the paint challenge, and you, great listener, are now winning this experience that you've somehow signed up for. Let's talk
transition.
about the next thing, which is the victory condition.
Excellent,
Classic
excellent.
victory condition music.
I know.
You know it. You love it. Ba-da-bum-bum-pow. We're doing
That's
it.
right. It's a twofer, a two-fac per one occasion because we were
Right?
smart and waited.
Guys, there's a lot of really good information out there, and before we get too crazy, know that we're gonna kind of cover it, but there are places that covered a more competitive take and a more like deep into it and into the points and the rules adjustments and some of that stuff than what we're gonna go through today. The Salty Sea did one. I listened to that at work the other day. Off Meta Musings did one.
A bunch, yeah.
War Games on Toast, Optimal Game State, World
Laz.
Cry UK,
Violet.
which could be like World Cry Yuck. And that kind of made me think of Goofy the first time I saw it. But like World Cry UK, awesome stuff. Just good all the way across the board. So I'm glad that y'all are doing the big deep dives. Now we're gonna do one that's gonna sound like we're goofing around.
We're diving into the shallow end. You see that sign that says no diving? Guess what? We're going in.
That's why I talk this way, guys.
Vin used to be a lot taller.
I was 5'6.5" once. All right.
So we're gonna work off of. I'm gonna. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. We're not gonna read off everything again, like Vince said. There's just so much stuff in there, and we're not looking to like you. You got the ability to find things on the internet. You found us, so we're gonna trust that you can look at pieces. We're just gonna kind of go over the things that we're excited about. Things that from the Dogs of Warcry perspective, like narratively or just thematically, things like that we're we see and that we're just excited to have as a part of our game that we love and we play all the time. So let's see here. It's gonna be this one here. Share the screen. Let's see how it goes. Whoops. Accidentally made Vint big for a second. Hey, jump scare if you're watching it, huh?
Boo.
Vint just going, I'm big. Vint's going to screenshot that, put it on the fridge. See how much bigger I was than those guys for that 1 second? All right. So, October 2025, we're going to skip over a lot of this stuff. Again, they've got, different rules clarifications and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. We'll get to it later. One of the things I do think is kind of important is that the new Underworlds models that they added, previously they've all operated under those Bloodborne. Yeah,
Yep.
Bladeborne. There we go. Not Blood.
Bladeborne.
I was
Bladeborne.
building Corn War bands this afternoon, so I got blood on them. Also, it turns out I'm turning into a psycho today. I don't know what's happening.
Corn.
It's all... Anybody tasting like metal? Tastes, kind of metallic.
Gotta stop biting your lip.
Right? But all the new ones are technically not Bladeborne, so you can't ally the way that you normally do with the other Bladeborne ones. They're technically unique fighters, the same way that Order of Azir is. So usually what you could do with the Underworlds was once you ally the leader into another warband, you could take anybody else from that roster. However, now if you're allying them in, you can only ally the leader. And again, it's only technically for the new ones right now. But honestly though, again, if you're playing like narratively, like they work the same. If you just want to pretend that they're Bladeborne and bring them anyway, I think that's still a cool thing to do. If we're playing narratively, it doesn't functionally change what we're doing. You can still do cool stuff, but just a note that technically the rule is that you can't bring these new ones in the same way that you could the old ones. So just kind of
only if out of faction. If in faction, you can bring them all. That's
you can. Yeah, right. Classic normal stuff. They're just regular dudes when you're playing them in house. Mm-hmm. So
right. So it kind of encourages more in faction play and not
exactly.
souping too much, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to keep like on those themes so you can get your battle traits that apply, by bringing all the same stuff in house and things like that. I'll clarifying
Yeah.
in house meaning within the same faction. Sorry, I've said that twice today and confused people on it. So I don't want to send this out to again the 10 viewers and confuse them as well. So, but the first one we'll get to here with the brand new profiles is, what were these guys called? They are where are they? It's in the Daughters of Cain. I forget what this warband's called, but it's the new.
Yeah.
What are they?
No. It's Yeah, I know what you're talking about here.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the warband though.
The Wing of the Crone.
Wings of the Crone. Okay.
There.
So yeah, they're kind of the Cruesta themed new Underworlds models. They've got a new mechanic that's kind of funky. I think one thing I noticed in this FAQ more broadly in a couple different areas, they're getting a little more complex in the rules that they're adding. So it's a little bit more reading, and there's a little more kind of abstraction than classic Warcry, a little more complicated rules to kind of work through. And this warband's a good example because they've got this like double that you can get prophecy points with, which again, I think the theme of it is super, super cool. We got the abilities down here. Yeah. So like you do certain things and you can get these prophecy points, and then you can spend those prophecy points to get bonuses basically, which is super cool, super fun, thematic, really interesting kind of play style.
And the new Hellsmiths of Heshut have a similar mechanic.
Oh, so. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They've got the demon power.
Demon power points. Yep.
DPP. You know me. But yeah. So they're definitely getting a little more exploratory in the design space, which it might be for some people, might not be. The good news is it's not all pushing in that direction if you don't like it. But if you are looking for a little crunchier stuff, a lot of the new things that they've been doing do have they do have some more things to get into. So yeah, you've got the profiles up here. You guys have any thoughts about these guys at all?
So they're all, much like you. I've started picking up some more of the Underworlds warbands. I have some before that I haven't always played a whole bunch of, but the theme for this particular Underworlds warband is really cool, and a few of the others. So I'm looking forward to getting them and trying them out. But like you said, just the fact that they're playing around with some unique mechanics, I think, is really fun and interesting. It kind of leads to more of a synergistic play instead of just grabbing like, oh, I'm just taking this big bad dude from this faction because I need it. It's like, oh, wait, no, that might interrupt how my mechanics work. Yep. Maybe I need to build more in faction and play a little differently. So
yeah, it's a little more like defined play styles, and I think battle traits were a great step in that direction to really start pushing it. And I think a lot of this stuff, again, needing to stay within your own faction to be able to bring some of these pieces, I think it does create, hey, we're getting more defined play styles. And unique, and you can have more of an identity when you're on the board, as opposed to this is my math versus your math, and that's not always the most compelling kind of matchup, unfortunately. Right. Yeah. So I do want to make one note about this warband specifically. They suck to build. It was not fun. It was a battle. They are very fiddly. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst ones I've built in a while, to be honest.
Wow.
It was they look really cool. Like when they're done, they're really neat models, and especially if you love like Josh for You, these would be good like Morta kind of proxies and stuff like that.
Yep. Exactly. Caught my eye for that reason. Mm-hmm.
Or, great Corvus Cabal. If you don't have Corvus Cabal, because they're kind of hard to find, like these are great starting point to, just start putting into a Corvus Cabal warband too. You've got one, this one, the Credo Wing of the Crone, literally has wings. So, you can just start turning them into those models and stuff. Vint, you got any thoughts on these guys?
No, I thought, I don't normally go in for Daughters of Cain stuff. I don't know. I got brutalized by the shadow group for too long. I like that it zoomed in on Josh when he did that whistle. That was good. That was good.
Josh has his camera set to make sure you get all the evil on camera when I do it.
It's so weird. But yeah.
So the next one we have here is they added a whole bunch of witch hunters. They added 3 completely these are kind of random. I like it. I've been hoping my perspective on Warcry is just put all the models in. We'll figure it out. Like I get it. There's unique characters, and sometimes for some people that it can be immersion breaking and stuff like that. But we have characters that are in it. And so I think
Yep.
just getting more of these unique ones, like give them those unique rules. So hey, you can only ever add one of these to your warband. I just think that's that's a neat way to play and let you play with the toys that you want to play with. So they added both of the Vendensts. And then from the Cursed City box, they added Jelson Darrock, which is a pretty neat model. So yeah, I mean, if you wanna RP some of your favorite witch hunters, obviously there's just so many great witch hunter models out there. But these guys went into the Order of Azir, which I think to this point is literally all only unique models. I can't think off the top of my head if there's anything that you can play more than one of. I think it's all completely individual models, which is cool. Like it's a really neat, different thing to do.
Now, so when they did this, I was really excited because witch hunters have always been a great theme in the Warhammer skirmish games from more time to now, and Eric O is playing Orders of Azir in our league, which is fun to kind of see some of those, but they still haven't released like rules for all of the characters that were in Cursed City, and I would really love to have them. It's like, I mean, where are they? We want the rules.
I'll admit I'm a little bit leery and worried that we're not going to get any of them because Jelson, like the Vendensts here, like kind of makes sense. Okay, like if we're just putting stuff in, then okay, but like giving one Cursed City character like a rules, and not the rest of them was just.
I mean, we got all the undead stuff. We got all of that, but we didn't get the mixed race heroes except for Jensen. Jelson. But I'd love to have the others.
So my thoughts on the Jelson Derek is he looked so much like one of the other Witch Hunter models that it might just be that he's more accessible because people have the old model.
Sure.
Right? Because he looks very similar to one of the old Witch Hunters that had the pointy head.
Oh, I guess all Witch Hunters look alike to Vint. Big tall hat and a bunch of crossbows and leather jacket. You can't tell the difference.
Except the Von Dents. They don't wear hats.
That's true.
That's true.
And that's what they have. That's their family crest. If they were in Game of Thrones, it would be the Vendenst. We don't wear hats. That's.
We always pay our debt. Well, I don't wear a hat, so.
And actually, I didn't really dig too far into their abilities here, but kind of cool. You can get crits on a 5-up on a triple for Jelson.
I have seen some complaints about Jelson and I don't know if it's not the Vendensts. It's the actual other two characters that are in the books often that are in Order of Azir as well. But apparently Jelson and another one are very similar.
Oh, it's that.
And yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it Callus and Tall? Those guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah. I think I've seen. And so people were like, I've seen some debates about which one's better, and some people think this one is just more cost efficient for the exact same stats anyway.
That's frustrating when it's just like strictly better, especially in a faction like this where you really are like they're all custom models, right? It's not just like this is a random leader. Like no, these are people. These are characters and stuff like that you can build stories from really easily. So yeah, that's a bummer when that happens. So again, it's just even more just like anomalous and how we got it, just unusual.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not going to complain about it. I want the more rules they give us, the happier I am. So.
Right. And the models are awesome. I want to use them. Right.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah. I know Chris Hyde, friend of everybody who plays any Warhammer games at all. He already had a Witch Hunter themed warband, so I know this was very, very welcome news for him.
Yeah. My stepson Ben is playing Order of Azir now too. So
nice. I didn't know that. Cool. I'm excited to see what he's doing with them. The funny thing with Chris is again he loves all the Witch Hunters, and we did a book club with Salty Sea. We read Hallowed Ground, which has the Vendensts in it, and it was one of the if you watch on Dan's channel, it's funny, he absolutely hated it. He was furious about it. So he played all these guys, and then he hated the book that was about him. So kind of entertaining. All right, moving on down here. None of these are new. All the Fire Slayers. Hopefully soon though, but we got the all the new Stormcast that came through. Let me just not go too fast. We don't accidentally skip anybody. Here is new. These are Ardern Flame Runner, Farasa Twice Risen, and Uric Velzane. These are the Stormcast that were in the Emberguard box starter set for the new edition of Warcry. One thing that's really neat in here is that I think it's Farasa can be resurrected. yeah, your duty remains undone for Rasa. So it's kind of cool to have a resurrection ability in a non like death faction, especially. And obviously, like
Right.
Skaven have sort of a more of like a there's just more of them. It's not
Right,
resurrection per
right.
se, but it is kind of. But yeah, it was just kind of a cool. I'm thinking of proxying my Dante model for this so that I can, anytime he dies, I can make sure he comes back to the battlefield. Run it back one
Yeah.
more time. Rewind, Dante. Let's get you back out here, buddy. We're done when I say we're
Just keep
done.
screaming. Just keep screaming. Your
No,
duty remains undone.
there's some
Cool.
cool stuff in here. These models didn't really do it for me. Super. I do like Farasa. I think like the ninja style of
Yeah,
Stormcast was really
It's a
cool.
cool model. Mhm.
I've just never liked the crossbows in Stormcast. I think they're just so clunky and chunky, and it doesn't do it for me. So these models, I have them, but they didn't excite me too much. I think there's some neat stuff you can do with them though. And again, it's named. If you like Stormcast and you want some more named ones, these are a great addition. One cool thing I know Vint will be happy about is they are Vanguard, which is kind of we haven't seen anything for Vanguard in quite a while, so cool to have them. They've got their fur cloaks. They're trappers just like Vince Warband is. So,
Yeah. I mean, let me so for these, like the models are super cool. The lore for them is really neat. And they I like the different crossbows. I think it's neat that you get a hunter crossbow in it, right? Because that's with it's a little lightning dart shooting gun. And that's what the leader has. And then you also have a castigator that snuck his way into them with the bigger one with Yurik, because Yurik has like a castigator bolt thing. And I played
That's normally in the other the nerd or the
that's sacrosanct.
Yeah, the one that's going away.
So
that's cool. I didn't even think about that.
That's fine. It's okay. Not triggered at all. We just melt some of my models. Anyway.
Again, you just
I must have been reforged too many times, Vince. I'm just forgetting. I forgot who I am.
Yeah, I can tell.
We love you, yeah, Rock.
Yeah. We'll never forget you this time. So no, I thought they're super cool. I played them. I did Adepticon last year. I played in the Underworld's narrative.
Yeah.
And they were my team. I lost every single game, super bad. But I did play them, and they were super fun. The whole time I was like, God, these models are cool. I love the Vanguard stuff. I like the Hunters, and they fit that aesthetic super well. I will definitely be trying them in Warcry. Maybe I'll see if Joe wants to do that tomorrow. That sounds super fun, and play the three of them. With some Vanguard Hunters or something fun. Maybe I've got a Lord Aquilar that's literally just finished drying today, and I think putting him on the table with some of those would be super stupid and probably very bad. But it'd be super fun to lose with these birds and crazy models. I mean, the Castigator is just cool. Yorick is neat. I also like that he's got he's the way the warband plays in Underworlds, I think will probably be kind of how this plays here too, where you have some shooting. The hero can kind of do some fun stuff, and then you have this guy who sits way in the back, right? 624 for range.
Yeah.
You don't need Yurik to go far to do exactly what he's meant to do.
Yep.
Right, which is shoot things at range
and just start launching bottle rockets.
Let it fly, yeah. And that's kind of how he plays in the Underworlds too. They're a fun warband. They're I was not very good with them, and I'm sure that there's people on the Mortal Realms that can tell you about how great they are or could be, but it ain't me. So, but man, they were super fun. I really enjoyed them. The models I thought were super great. They go together so fast and so easy, like some of the Underworld models do. I know we've spent a lot of time, but it's fun, and I enjoyed them a lot. So
yeah, that's like one of your main factions, Vint. I get it. That's definitely Vanguard.
Yeah.
I think Vanguard. I think Vint Kwame.
Yeah,
Vint for Vanguard.
I really do like them. If they sacrosanct them or squat them next edition, I'm gonna be legit real sad. They're
Be flying to Games Workshop.
Yep. You'll hear about somebody strapped with road flares getting on a plane.
legal reasons. We're joking. All of this is a joke.
Yes, just joking. Just joking.
Sure.
No, but I did do that to the models that I talked about earlier. That was real. No. All right. Sorry, I think I might be running a little on a delay here, so I'm gonna just flag me down if I get a little off kilter. But the next one we have is the Jaws of Itzel, I believe is their name. Where are they? Where are they? There they are.
Yep.
Oh, Crowjacks, big old man. These models are awesome. Zach,
Yeah.
local Seraphon enthusiast, painted these up, and they just look so good. He's been mastering non-metallic metals, and normally I don't like that style of painting, but he's just gotten so good at it, and these guys take it so well that the models look great on the table. This guy's basically just kind of like a chunkier Annihilator Prime that you can ally in if you want. There was a funky thing. I think I actually can't remember if they completely fixed it in this FAQ. I think they did, because they changed the rune marks. The last FAQ that came out, technically, they have an ability that, like, where is it, down here? Dedicated Guardian until the end of the battle round. Friendly fighters with a hero rune mark and the Jaws of Itzel rune mark cannot be targeted while they're in 1 inch of this fighter. They changed, you can see the pink square around the Bulwark rune mark here. That's right, I know what the rune marks are called. Previously, I think it was just the Warrior rune mark. And they all have the Warrior rune mark, so technically Crowjacks could make himself invincible, which is just a silly little thing, and obviously was not the intent, but it was also kind of sick. It's just like, all right, whatever, let him cook. If that's how he's playing, let him play. But no, these guys they've got the little the Sotek Venomites is cool that they use that as a token. I'm trying to remember what that does. It just does a little bit of extra damage, I think, if they've been sent out. So like the snakes and things like that get a little chewy on them. But yeah, again, this one's it's a very, very pretty warband. Their Crowjacks is massive. Like, I think he's only on a 40 mil base, but he fills it out. He's got the sweet like punch kind of shield and a really big kind of big old rock for a weapon that he's wielding. And they punch pretty good. They've all got tearing bite, so you can just bring them in and start chewing stuff if you want to. But yeah, I mean, just it's a testament to how good the Seraphon range
They're
refresh
tough.
was.
Yeah. Got the icons next.
Yeah.
Right there.
I actually just built one of these ones. Vin, real quick, did you have anything to say about the Seraphon before we?
Nope.
No, there's Seraphon.
I'm glad you finished the sentence when you were like, he's got a really big shield. The pause there was brutal.
One of those big,
things in his hand.
Yeah. Yep. So the icons. Moving on. Splash. So they added the two icon fighters for Deepkin. I just built I think it was the Icon of the Storm was the one that I built. These models are so cool. It's a little bit fiddly to put together. I got it right here. I don't think the pictures of it do it justice. It is such an incredible 3-dimensional like experience. Like, this guy is just so cool. I don't have the eel that's off the base real quick, but yeah, it's just like very, very awesome model. It's hard to it's so dynamic, and I think just is very compelling on the table. They've got some neat abilities. They've got different abilities here. One of them's got the 2-inch range. One of them's got, just a bunch of dice that they're chucking out here too. I kind of like that a lot of times they've been doing this with the profiles. This is classic spear profile where it's kind of consistent. And then we got a little more crit spike on some of the other things here, but they both have flying, so they can just absolutely rip around. They're just like a Silver Surfer if he was using water to fly all the time. But the Icon of the Sea gets the Surging Sea, which just kind of gives this like AoE movement buff. IDK don't necessarily need a whole bunch of movement, but it's still cool, to be able to do it. And sometimes it will, matter. The one that I like though is the Icon of the Storm. I like his attack profile, but also they have this cool AoE So 3 inches enemy fighters, an enemy fighter, visible enemy fighters, all of them can't make disengage actions while they're within 3 inches, and they get -1 to the hits from their attack. So it's kind of like you kind of lock something in place, and they're less good at fighting, which is obviously synergistic. It works really well together, and I think you can just make for some really cool moments with an ability like that. It's, Whirlpool's Fury. You're just like blurring up this whirlpool, and like, oh, we can't get, neat, very cool stuff. Love the models. Think the rules are cool. They're kind of expensive for the points, but I think they're just it's a really cool addition to the game.
Right. I was wishing they'd come out with rules for that monster that they introduced in AOS too. The giant tentacles and its big head, the water beast thing.
Yeah, the summon, what is it? What are they called? The
yeah, I can't remember what
The
it's called.
incarnate?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is an incarnate. Yeah, essentially.
It
right.
is. Yep.
Right.
It's an incarnate. I forget what it's called. It's like the aspect of, not the aspect of the sea, but it's something like
Right. Yeah.
water
yeah.
everywhere, and not a
having
drop
some
to
monster
drink.
rules for that would be cool.
I
that
was
would be
also bummed because now they've started introducing more unique fighters. I really wanted to get Methala, the prophet model. That model,
Yeah.
is as good as the icon
Amazing.
models are. That
Yeah.
one is unreal. Just like
Yeah.
floating, like super dynamic. So I'm hoping at some point in the future we do get that one. Just it's also, I looked at it. It's on the same size base as Cyrene, and I know Cyrene is kind of hard to buy right now, and there's a lot of really popular IDK ally, so that might be just a cool proxy if you want to use that as well. Get a really good model on the board. Obviously, you don't get the squid, so be it. But I think that's still just a cool way if you want to represent that model on the board and use a model that doesn't currently have rules. So,
right.
Yeah, still bummed. I wish IDK got more. I feel like they need more like just regular models to kind of come out. We're still waiting on Crab Infantry. It's coming. It's got to be coming.
It's got to be. I mean, something, man.
Exactly. No way.
Titan Brigade.
Yeah, this full on crab rave. All right, Josh, talk us through your boys.
No, I haven't read through them in detail, but I was just, I mean, we had rules for the code right before, which were interesting, but
Vint actually has the code right. He won it at Mad Cry #1 after he did all of the bidding of the outlaws, and then it turns out they were tricking him the entire time, and then called the police on him while they did their deeds.
I love it.
I pulled him out before our most recent the Mortal Realms Con, and I was like, how do I get him in my list? And I tried, and I scratched my head, and I was like, I just don't see a list where like he makes sense with like a bunch of Twist Weld,
right?
Or like, and he doesn't quite fit in with the Stormcast. So I was like, dang it. So no, I tried, but now with points discounts, maybe I can.
Right? Yeah. It was definitely hard. That's one thing. I mean, speaking to points, just generally, especially the last like 4 bespoke boxes. They did a lot of like points discounts for those because they really needed it, and it's just like quality of life stuff is just you can do more with them now. I think that it just helps when you can bring more things in to help out, because those were kind of weaker ones for definitely Twist Wheel. I think they got a nice little boost. But Josh, so for these ones, let's roll down here. So we got the two different kind of boxes that you can buy. We got the Null Chemist, which is super cool model. I don't have a reason to do this other than I think it would just look good on the board. I want to ally him into Ideneth Deepkin because he's basically wearing a deep sea diving bell.
Yep, right.
So
exactly.
I want to bring him in and just have him play an IDK. And then we got the 2 different builds of the
Von Grimm Salvators, Yeah, no, I just love the fact that they don't have helmets on, so they got these, you get to see their expressions and their beards.
They do have a couple of helmets, I think, on the kit. Actually, I bought this one because this is actually one of the ones I wanted to use for an ally for my Yadrillin Riverblades too, because I was like, they're dynamic and jumping as well, so I was like, that's a cool KO ally.
Right.
I got this guy right here has you can't see it in the picture, but he's got a bird. Like a clockwork bird on the model, which looks amazing. Oops, too far. The one thing that's kind of a bummer is that they didn't put hero rules in for the Von Grimm, so you can only play them in KO. You can't ally either of the different profiles. There's no leader for them, so
sure. Right.
But yeah, it's it's an interesting thing. They've got these light engine packs. It's cool because they're cheaper models, but they have 10 move and they have flying. So like, it's just, if you're looking
Yeah.
for something to spice up your warband, that's kind of cool. One of the versions has the spotter's flare gun. So you can either pick an objective or a fighter, and everything in that area around it, basically it's got this flare on. It's kind of like, what do the Tau do? What are their lights called? They put like lights on something. And
Marker
it makes it
lights.
easier. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what this guy's doing. He makes it easier to hit something because he shoots a flare to him. And actually, I say there's a lot of female sculpts in this box, which is really awesome. They've got a ton of female ones, which is a very exciting thing that GW is kind of letting us get a little more diversity and just like not, another dude just doing something. No, let's get some more unique models and stuff. The other thing that they can do is this like bonus move essentially, and they can just like slingshot across the board on a double, which is kind of wacky. It's kind of fun, but yeah, they're just like just zooming away.
Right.
I think there's a weird in this one. Technically, they have to get within 1 inch, and then they make a bonus move. Normally, technically, you can't move while you're within 1 inch of an enemy fighter. Obviously, the intent here is that if you're within 1 inch and they're making a rule that lets you move, you're supposed to be able to move, so don't get too caught up on that one. But
it's like a hit and run attack.
Exactly. Yeah, you're in there and then you're like zipping out of there, James Bond style. But
I noticed the new. I'm sorry, the new Karnathi have an ability like that as well.
Lots of shifting about. But we do have kind of a cool ability on the null chemist. Obviously he's kind of there to nullify the chemistry. I don't know how it exactly works. Yeah, that sounds better.
Power of the void.
Yeah. So basically this unit is not affected by enemy abilities until the start of their next activation. Kind of neat. So nothing they can do to kind of harm him. And then actually I think, hang on, am I reading this right? Oh no! And then when you're attacking, you add 2 to the damage characteristic if you're targeting enemy like priests and wizards, basically. So it's cool because he's got this crazy 6-6-2-2 profile. If you start shooting at wizards and priests, you use this triple. We're gonna start slurping the juice and doing some serious damage. So super expensive. 280 points is a lot to pay. But can you put a price on cool? I don't think so. I don't think there's, I don't think it's worth worrying about. Getting him in there, and but yeah, KO got some cool new stuff for sure. Obviously the terrain. I think the terrain that they added was pretty playable in Warcry as well. Get those platforms.
Right.
Me to want to spend
$500
and make a whole new board for it. Make like the
Remember, I made one for you. You don't need to make it.
No. But yours was into mine. I want this one to be flying. But yeah, cool new KO stuff. I was waiting to see what they did with those, and that was very cool. Next ones we got were all those new Karnathi, like you were saying, Josh. This is a triple Karnathi warband so far. This is kind of an expensive one to buy because it's only, I have it right here actually. It's underneath my computer.
Yeah.
They're all in the Spitewood box. So you just get these 3 guys. The one I was most excited about was Cullen, Axe of the Kurnoth, because Sylvaneth is finally getting a cheaper kind of high damage model. They just haven't had it for such a long time. And it just really adds a lot, like 4-5, 3-4 is some pretty serious damage. I built these guys
with movement 8 as well.
They are mounted, which is kind of a bummer, just because it can get a little trickier to use. But they just, this guy can whack real good. Building them also sucks. These guys are a little bit fiddly when you're putting them together. Just heads up. But they do have, Josh, you were talking about the abilities down here. Which one was it? The Herald's Pride, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one. No, not that one.
Was it? No, it's the trip. Is there a triple for him? I thought they had a triple. No, it's all doubles.
Oh no,
don't look. It's chaos.
It's a double. Yeah, you get a bonus move, 6 inches and 3, and you can move through enemy fighters when they do so. So that one also kind of ignores the 1 inch limitation potentially. So.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
double
it's
there.
just, it's cool to have some kind of mid-range guys that can get that value, right? Like out of your movement. And Josh, you said it
Right.
before we came on, but no, so you said it when we were talking about Darkwater. These three plus Scaife plus hopefully the new Darkwater Kurnathi hero
Yeah.
Warband question mark. Hopefully,
Right.
that's how
Right.
cool would that be to you can bring other guys from Scaife, but we're getting closer to having. I'm curious to see when Sylvaneth releases if we get more Kurnathi stuff. Vin, you have any thoughts about these guys since you've been playing trees lately?
So I like the Kurnathi. I think they should have like a full release, man. Like, if you guys know some of our buddies in the Mortal Realms, Skylar has played Kurnathi always, and he does it very well, and he plays them very competitively, and like they're just Skaith's Wild Hunt was like he would when he first started, that was like all he would play, and he would come into the shop and he'd be like, hey, this is like, I'm gonna play Skates, and I'm like, no way, every day. And so they were his babies. And when now I'm just hoping that like eventually he gets a full release, right? I think they're
Right.
cool models. I am definitely
They do
down to
look
kill
good.
some Narnia wannabes, but I think they're
Count
cool,
your
and the
days,
people
Mr.
that love them
Wellness.
should. Exactly. Vanguard's on the hunt to lose.
We'll take furs from everywhere.
Yeah.
One thing
Is
I
that
do, I
Mr.
always like
Thomas's
about
leg?
yes. Yeah, I made a goat curry out of it. From the bottom down, obviously. From the top up, it's cannibalism. But one of the things I like about these guys is I like that they just the naming conventions. I think it's maybe Welsh. I want to say it feels Welsh in a lot of the names that they do. But either way, even if it's not,
Certainly
it's
a
just
lot of
like it's
Celtic
definitely
sort
like
of influence.
Western. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like
Gaelic.
historical kind of
Gaelic.
English.
Yeah,
Yep.
like,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're just very very cool names, and they always feel really on theme and on brand, and yeah, they're just those ones are neat, fun to add in there. Who doesn't want more centaurs, right?
mhm.
Moving on to chaos, we're out of order. Let's see, none of these are new. Keep on rolling. We did get some new Skaven. They did one kind of important thing for Skaven. I know it just got played a lot. Was that they got rid of the I can't remember the name of the whips off the top of my head, but the 70-point whips, because with the battle trait you could resurrect them really easily and just make your rat ogres go crazy.
Right.
Those are no longer
Yeah.
resurrectable.
The Pack
with the battle
Masters.
trait, so that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's,
didn't
that's
they just bumped up their points to 75 instead of 70 or something like that, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So the battle trait can't bring him back anymore. But they also added the Ember Guard squad of rats, which is one of the more thematic rat groups we've ever had. We've got Tick Tick the Bomb Rat, who is 111111111. For he's fun because you can just send him out, blow him up, and then basically make a new bomb rat and send it out. It's not
And blow him
technically a
up?
resurrect. Yep. And then send a new bomb rat, send him out, blow him up.
Yeah, it's super fun. I almost took those to. There was a deep fake I was going to do if I had time, where I was working on the Twist Weld a bunch, and then I was going to bring that warband to Mortal Realms Con. And Preston, I made him swear to secrecy. So Preston Smith, if you're listening, I know you didn't tell anybody, and I appreciate it, bud.
Preston Smith, just if you are also listening, I'm going to start asking you a lot more questions when things are coming up. I'm going to start pressing, bud.
You're going to start pressing Preston?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Get Vince's deepest, darkest secrets.
Don't.
You will be scarred for life.
Right?
Yeah.
One of the things I really liked that they did with these guys is they gave them a complete.
But yeah, no, I love the Doom Wheel. The Doom Wheel in there. Just to see that
teleport
running around in
ability.
Warcry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think I'm skipping out real quick. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. You guys say something because I think I delayed and I was talking like crazy.
No, I think it's good.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. We're back on now. Sorry, it just like all caught up in a hurry. It's going weird. But no, they did a brand new style of teleport where oftentimes it's just like pick something they're 5 inches away from something, but these guys are using tunnels basically, and so you're picking um, no, I guess no. Hold on, what's one that I was thinking? Sorry, this is the one that I was thinking of. So they can basically just do a teleport, pick a point on the battlefield floor within 9 inches of the spider, then remove them and send them back up 5 inches away from everybody else. But Vroom is the one, and I think it's just Ratak Vroom, the one that's on the mini Doom wheel that can do it. If he's within 3 inches of the battlefield edge, remove the fighter from the battlefield, then roll a dice and set him up on the battlefield floor within 3 inches of the battlefield edge and more than X inches away from enemy fighters, where X is equal to the roll. Again, very, very Magic the Gathering style text here. We're using X. I don't think we've ever used X before in
Right,
verbiage
right.
for Warhammer. It makes sense. It's still clear writing. Magic the Gathering also uses really good rules writing. They're a great game for a reason, and it's popular for a reason. But this is just really cool because it's like the dude's on a motorcycle and he just whips off the
He's
board
like,
and he comes.
yep, and then he's coming out. Yeah, I know. It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Very
Very
Scooby-Doo,
Pac-Man.
going through a door. Yeah,
Right?
that's perfect, Vin. Yep. Now I gotta paint them yellow. Yeah. Do you think he gets a bonus against ghosts, or only if he's eating fruit? Or no, a big.
Oh, yeah.
That's
There
right.
we should go. We should throw in
Yeah.
some. Yeah, you go
Mhm.
Night Hunter in trouble.
Yep. Look out, boy. Yeah, you guys have any fun stuff to say about these? I think the models are incredible for these as well.
Yep.
Just really, really good.
Models are incredible. Yeah, I haven't picked them up yet, but I definitely want to.
Mm-hmm.
They're super cool. Tick Tick, that ability is just so fun.
Yeah, tick, tick, tick.
Like,
Where you just send
yep.
them out. No, kaboom. Sorry, tick, tick, tick is when you bring
Yep.
it back.
Mhm.
Kaboom is just you just blow it up, and this is the most interesting part to me. I don't understand why, but you blow up a rat and you get a wild dice. So I'm gonna try it in real life and see what happens. Apparently, it's a fruitful endeavor. But no, this is it does a little bit of damage in an AOE, which is cool. But yeah, gaining a wild dice in obviously there's a bunch of cool teleport abilities here. Being able to future facilitate that seems really fun.
Yeah, well, it gives you something for losing a model. Technically you can get it back, but you need to use ability dice to do it. So it kind of helps you get that ability die
That's true,
again.
too.
Yeah.
It's there to just continually blow up rats.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
To help you make another double.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people have been messing around with these, and it's just hard. Like I love. I think this is supposed to be kind of like a Globadier. This guy,
Yes.
niche. And I'm just bummed. The rules for Globadiers are always just like I look at them and I go, that's not cool enough. I wanted it to do something different, but the models are simply incredible. So I was hoping he got something cool, and I was like, bummer. Oh well, so be it. Moving on. Unless you get any more rat stuff to talk about.
Nope.
Rats. All right, out of here. No slaves to darkness. I don't think.
It's that Deathbringer.
Yeah, corn for sure. You guys want to talk about big old DB here?
No, go for it. You're the one that's played him.
That's I have given him a go. Deathbringer has an ability that can literally auto kill something from whatever wounds total possible. So if you're looking for like big splashy memorable moments while you're playing games, this guy is really, really good at that. It can lead to some feels bad moments on both sides if you completely whiff it and don't get it to go off, or if you do it and kill somebody's massive model. It's going to be memorable. However, there might be feelings involved. So just a note, if you're playing kind of a casual game, I don't know that this is a great guy to bring.
Nope.
Or at least don't use the ability, maybe, unless somebody else is on board with like, hey, are you okay with losing a third of your warband instantaneously when I kill your ogre tyrant? Okay, cool, because I just did that. So there's some hoops to jump through, but definitely just something to be cognizant of. It's cool, it's fun to play with the new models, but it does have some pretty significant emotions attached to it, good, bad, or otherwise. So
yeah, especially for a 180 point model.
yeah, yep. Yep. He's something. He's out there. This is the joke that I kept making every time they released an FAQ and didn't put Realm Gore Ritualist in. Made me laugh, but we finally got it, and it was worth the wait. It's basically a slaughter priest. It's got the same rune mark. What is
Priest.
that one? No, is that the priest? It is the priest. Yeah, makes sense.
Mhm.
The priest rune mark. And the mystic rune mark. So the priest rune mark just lets it do the pull that slaughter priests normally do, and also gets
Right.
blood boil, which is really cool. Just another great thematic Khorne ability.
Mhm,
The mystic
mhm.
rune mark. I was actually, when I was building with Khorne today, I was bummed out because I thought this rune mark added, you can see it down here, desecrating blood runes. It's an incredibly thematic ability. Basically, you pick terrain that's nearby you, and if you roll crits with any other models from Khorne near that, it does an extra D3 damage after the attack action is resolved. However, it's only until the end of the turn, and it costs a triple, so it just kind of, you got to use a lot of resources to make it happen. I was like, what if you could just carve all over the battlefield and make these really cool things. So I was kind of bummed that it wasn't until the end of the game. It's only the battle round, but it's still really neat. It's another really great model, female Khorne model, I think too. But yeah, just finally got it added to the game. Finally made it in. And then we got the new the warband that everybody made fun of when it came out because the paint job was just doing it no
An
justice
injustice.
whatsoever.
Right.
I built these models, again, a little tiny bit fiddly, but honestly, models look way better in person than they did than in the pictures and things like that. There's conjecture around Kamendora here. 90 points, 25 wounds. This also feels like a Blood Reaver Chieftain who normally has 15 wounds. So there's, again, conjecture that perhaps this should be a 15 instead of a 25. Something to just be aware of if you're playing. 90 points for 25 wounds is really good. It's like super good.
Even at strength 2.
Exactly. Well, because you're not, guess what, Josh? We don't care about strength of 1. What we're trying to do with these 4 dice is this.
Yep.
This
Crit.
beautiful little 5 crit right here.
Right.
So they also had this really cool, as a Monster Killers player and a Riverblades player. Now I love just like kind of auto passive kind of damage, and these guys have this bleed 'em slow ability where anybody they did damage to in a round, you can use a double and make them bleed. And at the end of the initiative phase of each battle round, everybody who's bleeding takes D3 damage. So it's just this cool. Yeah, it's a really neat, again, thematic, really cool. And then the leader Kamendora can do this eruption of hate. So everybody who's bleeding out from this other ability, all of these other guys, all of the fighters in the warband get +1 attack per for each enemy. So right, there's no range.
1
So
bleeding out, 2 bleeding out, 3 yeah, it could stack up fast.
Exactly, and there's no range on it or anything like that. It's just everybody who's doing it. So I mean, they're delicate, right? The rest of them are okay. 6 wounds on the bulldog here. You're maybe not using this guy, but these guys are just blood reavers that cost 5 more and get 2 more wounds. This is the guy that's got the huge axe, 3-4 damage, even though he's only 3 strength. Is pretty sick. Kind of a neat thing to do. So you can get some pretty good value out of these guys. I think they look good together. They can just do some really neat things. So I'm excited to play these guys. I'm really looking for it. Like I said, I was building with Khorne. I'm really excited to make a Khorne playlist warband soon to play.
I too love intense Meshuggah.
Yeah. Mush.
Oh, I know what I did.
You guys have any thoughts on any of the Khorne stuff here?
No, that does look pretty interesting though.
I cannot think of anything else to add.
Cornot.
Canat? It's the name of the dog.
I've done it before. All right, moving on to everybody's favorite disgusting tick-infested boys, Magakin and Nurgle. Do you guys, either of you guys familiar with these?
Lemgus.
Yeah, dude, the names just
are so good.
Don't read them out loud.
Bug-Eye Dripterius.
Yeah.
Like,
We got Slunge, we got Maggoty Stroog, we got Squart, which felt yeah. Yeah.
what kind of music do you think that these like? All right, describe slunge. Is that like? Would you? What is slunge music? Like, I
He's
feel like
lunging
it's.
forward. He's lunging forward. He's just slowly lunging.
I feel
Slow
like
slunging.
slunge music would be like Gavin Rosdale or Kurt Cobain singing for Guar. Like that's what it would be.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
slunge.
And like sewers with terrible acoustics, like really echoey,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Right, right. They love the cacophony of sound. They do.
Yep.
They do.
So I was super excited for this warband because I've been waiting for Nurgle Demons to get Underworld's rules or warband forever, and they finally got them. And these guys are just they're super fun. They're very gross, very classic Nurgle stuff. Like I said, they got ticks all over them. I was curious if they were going to do something kind of ticky with the rules, and they didn't. One thing I from a narrative standpoint, I definitely expected Bug-Eyed Dripterus. I'll zoom in here. You can't really see the rest of the model, but Bug-Eyed Dripterus has a huge tick on his back. It reminds me of I can't remember the name of the fungus that like takes over bodies and takes control of like
Cordyceps.
yes, thank you.
Yep.
It reminded me of that. I was kind of expecting this guy to be a beast just because it feels like the bugs and like the rest of them have regular eyes. This guy's got the same eye as the bug. I was like, it'd be kind of cool if this guy was
proboscis is going all the way through his head.
And it's like going, you can't see it here, but it's going through like his crotch too. Like the rest of it, not the proboscis, but the body is like the bug is like inside it. So I was like, man, I was kind of hoping this guy would be a beast, but he's a beast in a different way. So these, again, when we're talking about kind of more complex rules, these guys definitely have it. So they're Nurgle's gardeners. They're growing the infections. So one cool thing about this is they're adding counters to each other, basically. But the neat thing is you can use this double, and then if you roll good enough, you can get the double back, and you can just keep doing it for all the guys in the warband. So, and what the double does is, let's see, so for the rest of the battle round, add 1 to the critical damage of this fighter's melee weapon for each cycle counter they have. So you roll it, you add a cycle counter if you roll high enough, and you get it back. And then, you add it to the crit. So you can see, obviously, the leader has, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, but the rest of the guys are all flat damage profiles down here. So 2, 2 on their damage, so they don't have any crit damage, but you can get it to pump up. Then you can do the grand cycle of decay, and you can move the cycle counters around to different dudes, which is kind of fun. So you can kind of put the crit damage where you want it to be. And then Squirt, good old, beautiful, loving Squirt. I think it was a little unclear when some people read it. Some people thought he was a mini Deathbringer and could automatically kill things. But instead, what actually happens is Squirt flies up, he sticks his proboscis on you, starts slurping out all your good juice, and then you roll a d6, and you deal that damage to the target. If he rolls a 5 or a 6, he sucked out too much and explodes and dies.
My!
It's incredible. And again, I think people read this fighter is taken down and thought that it was the opposing fighter, but no, this he just blows up because he's so full of goo. Love it, good old Squirt. So. Yeah. R.I.P., buddy. We're going to miss you.
Right. Go for that last ditch impact.
Just needed a little more juice, buddy. But, anything for these guys from you guys?
No. Again, nice to see more Nurgle stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's cool to see new Plague Bearers because that's I don't think we've seen new Plague Bearer kits in ages. So, we got the new fellers here. We got
the new Chorfs.
These are great models, by the way. I built these guys as well. Really, really good looking. The maces look great. The banner bearer Imnidrin is cool here. The leader is cool. I mean, the new Chorfs, obviously great. Everybody's waiting for them. This isn't a good take. You've heard it. They're fun. They're great. Some of the abilities they have. So in the, I don't know if we'll go over. So we're running pretty long already, so we might not go over them today. But the actual the Shut rules, and again, I know a lot of channels have kind of gone out. Toast and Offmeta have definitely done reviews, and I think actually Did Baz do one as well? I think he did as well, talking about the brand new rules for him. But one cool thing that they can do is if one of the Chaos Dwarfs is about to take damage, they can basically from close range teleport one of the Hobgrots in and let them take the damage instead. In this war game, it's a little bit different. They can't do that, but where is it? Tenacious and Cowardly. The next time the battle round this fighter is taken down, all remaining damage points that would be allocated to them are ignored. Remove 1 damage point allocated to this fighter. So basically, Grisk can just live. He would normally be killed, and he just lives instead for the first time, which is
Nice.
kind of a neat thing. The guy with the gun here, he can turn off reactions by shooting an area. I think the regular ones can turn off abilities, and if he rolls a 6, he can also where is it? This one, if he rolls a 6, it also turns off abilities, so that's kind of neat.
Wow.
Yeah, there's just some cool tech in here. The quad is really interesting. One thing that really bothers me is the quad is first on the list and before the
Right.
just breathing into my paper bag real quick. But they can basically just turns the quad into 3 doubles essentially without having to use it.
Right.
So that's kind of weird, unusual design space, but yeah, just some really neat things.
But when the doubles are good, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and that's they're using the doubles to despoil terrain and all that kind of stuff too. So, and they can they've got I think it's a double to let 3 guys move like they're dwarves, so they can basically give out 3 move actions, which is crazy good for them. So, you guys got anything for these fellers?
No. Looking forward to seeing them on the table.
I know Eric went out and bought a whole bunch of them last week, so I think that'll be the next warband that he plays. So that's exciting. This was from a while ago. They added the whole Kato box, the character box. So a brand new model of Kato. This is the old Kato. Interesting. That's fascinating. The picture they use is not the model that comes in the box that they're basing this off.
Right.
But Josh, I know you've been using Cassandra in there.
Yep. Yeah, it's my emissary. But I bumped up her strength by 1 and her crit damage by 1. Yeah, so to make her a flat even 200. Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Sorry. Also in our league, we can bless multiple times just for this specific model, so you can do some juicy stuff.
Right.
Yep. The big one here is Aurelius, which was just basically like a better necromancer, just strictly better. I was pretty stoked because it's got a 2-headed snake. I like that model a lot.
The model's awesome.
It looks great. It's a cool box. I will say I tried to start reading the first Kato book, and I bounced off it pretty hard. Did not enjoy it. And I'd already bought the second one in hardcover. So if anybody wants to borrow the book. But Kato's cool. He gives you kind of like a smashier death piece, 235, but you get this, can move pretty fast. And you can just hit kind of hard, which is neat.
Yeah. Eric's using him as his emissary.
Oh, he's got Kato. Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Vint, you got anything about this crew?
No.
Just great models. Cool stuff.
They are. I like the Aurelius model.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very neat. Nighthaunt got the Lord Vitriolic, got potions galore. I think they updated it originally. I think he had 8 movement, and they updated it to 6, which makes sense. He's carrying a whole bunch of heavy stuff. But he has this ability. He's got the whole like rack of potions on his back. This was also 12 different rumor engines that were about this model, which was kind of crazy. But he's got this ability: pick an enemy fighter, allocate any damage points by this fighter's missile actions, and then add 1 to the damage points allocated by hit for melee attack. So basically, it makes him a little bit weaker. Just a cool kind of defensive
debuff.
piece. Yeah, yep, and a good ally if you're just looking to resurrect in death. Kind of a cool thing. He's 25 wounds, 4 toughness for 140 points is pretty good value. So he's neat. I was stoked on High Falcon or Felgrin over here. I love Flesh Eater Courts and all of their models. And this guy spoke to me immediately. I was like, this guy thinks he's a Falconer, but he's got a bunch of crazy bats that he sends out instead.
Exactly.
Amazing. So basically what he does is he uses his melee attack action, and then he puts his little token down, and then if the model has the token, they can't crit basically until they heal. It's a little bit worse now because I know we didn't really talk about it here yet, but the uh, respite is on a double now, and so it's a little bit easier to heal than it used to be. So it's a little easier to get rid of, but it's still cool because you're making your opponent spend dice, things like that, and it's just so thematic, and you get to put little bats on the board as well. And again, I just love Flesh Eater Courts. All their models, they get me. You guys got anything about either of these two?
Oh no,
No.
I'm glad to see him. Yeah,
Yep. I
good
was bummed
models.
because Felgren was technically a unique, or he is unique, so you can only bring one of them.
Mhm.
But it's like a named character, so I was very excited because I did not think we were going to get rules for him. So I was very very happy when he showed up.
Yeah,
Loss Effector's old. All right, Gloom Spite, the biggest ones. Let me just make sure I got all of them here.
yeah. They did lots of points adjustments for I know in the August one for a lot of the destruction stuff, which was good. But yeah.
Yeah, they made all the really big guys cost more. They changed the cost of blessings as well. So like if you're using those at all, they got more expensive. But they also made a lot of the smaller Gloomspite gets a little cheaper. And then they added the Snarlpack crew, which
Yeah.
yeah, they're really cool. Like this is some pretty serious damage for like a cavalry piece in destruction, which we didn't really have before. And their abilities which one does he have? Ferocious. Where's the ferocious one? They've got the ability to let the what are they called? What are they writing on?
Wolves,
Just wolves. I was like, doesn't there a fantasy
Mm-hmm.
name for it? But
No.
wargs,
that's what I
wolves.
was
I don't know if
thinking. I was like, are they?
yeah.
But yeah, you can make some bonus actions and stuff like that. It's kind of cool, neat things. But yeah, again, some pretty serious damage output, and they look great. These are such great models. I
Yeah.
was bummed. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I really wanted to get the what's the one that shoots the guys?
The Doom Diver.
Yeah, I know it wasn't going to happen, but I was hope against hope that we
Well,
would get that
isn't
one.
he there? No. Oh, okay.
No, unfortunately, alas. They also added Borgit and his crew from Underworlds. We got the baby troll, the babiest troll you ever did see. We
Yeah.
got the two dudes wearing the squig outfit, and then Snags, who's dangling a little grot dude out there, hobbling drags. It's a cool warband. It's all kind of built around this with Borgit, the leader. If there are no enemy trophies, pick a visible enemy fighter be a trophy until they're taken down. In addition, add 2 attacks to characteristics from these guys targeting the trophy. So they kind of pick out a target to call their shot, and they can do more damage with it as well, which is kind of cool, bringing them all in.
Head hunting.
Yeah,
We want you as our
exactly.
trophy.
You've been chosen, like the alien in the vending machine Toy Story. Here I
Decorate our
go.
table.
You guys got any thoughts on these guys' models at all or anything like that?
No.
Vin?
Yeah, lots of flavor, definitely.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
troll is cool.
it's Gits models, right? Gits models are always just knocking it out of the park with how fun and thematic they are. So, Iron Jaws did not get anything. They got their update a while ago. The one new thing Crowboys got was the Hobgrot Slitta boss, the tiny little fella. I was bummed. I was kind of hoping he got the same ability that the Deathbringer did, because I think that's what he does in AOS. He's just like this tiny little assassin that can flat out kill dudes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
I know Will was very happy because he's just a Hobgrot king.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just got kind of a neat little AOE if you're gonna play dudes with the minion rune mark, which I think it might only be the Hobgrots in house, which would make sense because he's kind of like the Hobgrot leader. They just get a little bit of a buff, so it's cool. It's just, again, it's making a new play style for for the
and adding models that we didn't have before, which is always great.
Exactly. Making sure that they make it into the game. So, and that's another really cool little model. It feels weird because he's expensive for a tiny little guy, but he does look cool. So, double-edged sword. You got to pay for cool stuff. Running through the rest of these. Actually, I think we're pretty much good. Then there's the point changes overall. So I guess I will go through these, other than, again, just to say, I think one of the biggest things here, I can pull this off because I'm not going to look at any more of these directly. But a lot of the point changes that they did that I was really happy about was the last two releases that they had, the boxes for Warcry. Those warbands were just like super like underpowered, even in just like a fun like relaxing setting, right? Like Twist Wield Vink, I know you were playing with them and getting kind of frustrated because you're like, oh, they're not doing what other stuff's doing, and you just kind of feel like you're falling behind.
Yeah.
I've been, I bought the River Blades and the Pyregeist, and they made some updates to them. They made them cheaper. They updated abilities for basically everybody, or they
Hmm.
updated points. And so, Twist Wheel just got cheaper, so you can bring a few more bodies because they've got cool abilities. They've got cool output. River Blades, they turned their double. Instead of doing 1 damage per dice that they roll for their River Blades ability, they can do 2, which makes a huge difference. It's just it's literally double the power, and they reduce the cost of their mid-range guys too to make them a little more appealing. River Blades is like really like actually like good and like very, very satisfying to play now. I really like it. I think they just lowered the points on Tyrannic Cohort to get a few more bodies in those lists, and
Yep.
then
Hmm. They
Pyregeist.
tweaked one of the abilities. Yeah.
Did they? I
Yeah.
can't.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Admittedly, I didn't read too deep. Do you remember what it was, Josh, in Tyrannic?
And not off the top of my head.
Okay.
No. But yeah.
And then for
Pyregeist.
yep, they gave
Yep.
them a reaction, so they have like a faction ability and a reaction now. So they're officially they're cooking. But now when they die, they can blow up and turn into a pyre, which is a cool addition.
Hmm.
Um, get some more pyre tokens out there for them too. So just again, they generally, they made all of those factions, a little more user friendly. They made points changes and things like that. One of the bigger ones I think was Claws of Karanek. They got a bunch of points decreases because that was a faction that was
Right.
really struggling. They're far more enjoyable to build with and play with now. And again, just the good news for bespokes, right? Like we want
Yep.
bespokes to be more playable because they're built for Warcry. So making those
Hmm.
more compelling to use. The Eskurgen's still languishing. You guys want to talk about the other accidental nerf to Eskurgens?
Well, yeah. Well, just the changes to universals. Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's an important. I mean, besides having great new models and abilities and stuff, that's just going to change how everything's been played.
Mhm.
And
So yeah,
it's
obviously.
technically
Okay.
you don't have to, right? So like they put it in this like matched play piece, but it's weird
Right.
to have segmentation and compartmentalization of your rules because it's universal abilities. Everybody should be using them, but they're different depending on what style of game you're playing. Um,
Hmm.
I think we're probably just going to adopt them and use them. But yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
want to talk about those changes, with Josh?
Yeah, no. So the main difference is, well, there's three, I guess. Of the four universal abilities, rush is the same. You add one to your movement,
Mm-hmm.
but they swapped onslaught, which used to be a double, is now a triple, and respite, which was the healing ability, was a triple, is now a double.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be just a huge change in itself. And of course, they changed Rampage, still effective, but only if you have at least half of your models taken down or more, then you can use it. So I
And
think.
you have to be within an inch now, so you can't do ranged rampages, and you can't do
Right.
there's no ranged attacks, and there's no like plus more than 1 inch. You have to be 1 inch away to use it.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. No, I
It's
forgot about that part. Yeah.
It's got a new name too. It's not called Rampage anymore. It's like
No, I've got
uh,
it here. Yeah, what's it
it's a
called?
fun name. It was
It's
a good
called
name.
Reckoning.
That's it, because you're down.
Yep.
You've killed half my warband. You curse you,
Hmm.
face my reckoning. So
Yeah. I mean, so you still get your bonus move action based on the value of the ability. It's just you only get the attack action if you're within 1 inch. So yeah,
Yep.
so it negates the ranged rampage option. Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I think with those, the biggest thing to like pay attention to is like you might not every faction has a quad. Not like there's some like
Right.
Lumineth Redlords comes to mind, and I don't know if Deepkin come to mind, where there's only specific models in those factions that have quads. And so just be aware of it, if you're doing it, that you don't have one, because it feels real bad if you're like, oh sweet, I'll just rampage. No, you won't. You don't have that
Yeah.
anymore. So
Right.
um,
Right.
just being aware, because you don't want to accidentally just completely miss out on being able to do that stuff and not realizing it. So but I think
Yeah.
the one of the like kick on effects is that with onslaught in particular not just being ubiquitous, a lot, like there's just so many more options to use doubles on, right?
Mhm.
Because it's a triple, it's still valuable and you can get, potential attacks out of it. But like so many faction abilities are more compelling to use than they ever used to be, which is very exciting.
Yeah, and I think it also encourages people to use more of their own faction quads. I think the issue, as you bring up, is a lot of the war bands before now were all balanced based on the previous universal abilities,
You always had
and now
access
they
to
probably all
something.
need a little tweaking
Yeah.
because some of them, like you said, don't have quads, or their quads are very situational, or
Or
some
they're made to a
expected
model.
doubles to
Like,
be used. Yeah, right. Yeah, so
Vin, how do you
so
feel about
well, I guess we'll see that.
the switch up?
I think with the like respite was one that I would use some, like not all the time, but sometimes it's just you have a triple and
Yeah.
there's nothing else to do with it. So for me, I guess like the thing that I got excited for with respite going to a double was with like Dark Oath, right? Like
Mm.
the Dark Oath Savagers,
Mhm.
because you can get wild dice all over the place, and having 6 fighters heal a bunch of wounds on like little dudes that you almost killed or you didn't quite kill,
Yep.
and now suddenly you have to fight your way through all of it. Um, or putting it on something big, right? Like a Fulmoroid Crusher walking around with it, or a canyon. All of the different random beasties just
Mhm.
get better. Or the creatures that have like, or characters that have a low toughness but high wounds pool.
Yeah.
Even like the little dudes, like I think like Furies and Raptorics
Yeah.
aren't amazing, but all of a sudden they just have just enough health that you have to hit them twice,
Mhm.
and they spend, they activate before you go and get them with your second character, and they disengage, pop the heal, and then move someplace else, and now you're like, well, um, like Griffhounds are a great one for
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Zangors, right? Like their stocks I feel like just went up
Mhm.
because the problem of like, well, they're low toughness, I can kill them,
Yep.
um, turns into a, well, they have a ton of health to chew through when they get to heal a couple extra. And with things like Darko Salvagers being able to make your dice what you want them to be,
Mhm.
things that like, okay, so Onslaught now being a triple, oh gosh, I guess I use my extra wild dice that my one-eyed sorcerer figured out.
Right.
And it just gives you different options, right?
Mhm.
Doubles and triples are easy to get, and quads are hard. So like it was always cool when you have that rampage turn. Where do you use it, and the brain power that goes with that.
Mhm.
But like getting rampaged when you're like down feels bad. So I'm like pretty okay with that being an update, right?
Mhm.
Um,
And it's
I
in the
do
early game
like
too. Like you start the game and somebody gets a rampage and blows up one of your big pieces and it's gone. And you're like, all right, cool. I guess I'll just play with one arm behind my back this entire time because of dice. And it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think just generally kind of what you're speaking to there, event too, is just like, and I know other people have said it, but like the lethality is the term that people are using for it. And it's like the across the board, the damage output from the game is lower and the ability to mitigate that damage is higher. And so
Mhm.
just something to, maybe before you're looking at abilities in your warband and you're like, I just don't think this does enough damage to be worth it. Well, all those doubles used to be competing with Onslaught, and it's really hard to compare a double when you're doing Onslaught with a Gut Lord, where it's like, okay, it's an extra dice for 5-10 damage, versus, hey,
Right.
maybe a more situational little ping across the board where, I might be able to get a little more damage off. So I think it just makes a lot more of those more viable, more compelling, and like I
Mhm.
think it's a great opportunity to explore stuff, because it's kind of like a brave new world right now, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
it's such a
Yeah.
fundamental change to the core of
Less
modern
alpha
warfare.
strikes and more of
Exactly.
a
Yep.
strategic sort of play, maybe. Yeah.
Or
Well,
the
in that it's not ranged,
Right.
mhm.
Right.
right?
Yep.
It's not ranged, so you don't have somebody like popping out, shooting you, and then
Mhm.
shooting a third guy.
Yep.
Um, right? Like I think, not that I don't play long strikes, but long strikes with a rampage was terrible.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
the slan is 12 inches,
mhm.
no minimum range, 3-6 damage, 3 dice. It's just like you can just kill, and if you kill something,
Yeah.
it's a double to go again, right? So,
Yeah.
but it
Oh,
obviously,
KO, Aether Cannons. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff that, yeah.
Hmm.
it just makes it feel a lot more what Warcry is supposed to be, which is like a beat 'em up skirmish game where you're thinking about multiple activations into a fighter to kill him, and even the little ones, right? Like
Mhm.
an 8 wound or 10 wound guy suddenly becomes a 14 or 16 wound guy because you've
Right.
added respite for 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's a good change, and I mean, anytime. So, like, we all know that that changes a little, but not like a ton. It'll change some, but not like oceans, right? Because if you're going to hit somebody to kill with 8 damage, you're probably going to overkill him with 12 or 14, right?
Yeah.
Like it's probably going to happen. But it gives like, right. I looked at this and I was like, hell yeah, my twist weld with their like baby wound counts and their okay-ish damage output. I wasn't killing anything anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but now my guys might survive. So it gives you this like kind of like this false hope of that like maybe
It's
respite
real hope.
will save
It's
me.
real hope,
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Well,
it's
and
real hope.
the twist field want to get stronger by hurting themselves, but now you've got a way to counteract that more easily, right? Like, you
Right.
can help
With
Right.
yourself,
easier respite. Yeah.
and you get to stay in faction to do it. It's not like you have to bring in a friend to heal you up. So, I think it gives the opportunity to build more, narratively driven lists in some instances. But again, I think it's just if I think it's a great opportunity to kind of throw away. Like I know you said, Vint, like it's not an ocean's difference, but it's kind of like a sea. Like right, there's a pretty decent body of water we're looking at here that is
Yeah.
all
Oh
of a
yeah.
sudden, like maybe it's not a pond. It's what's the specific size really?
A lake,
Yeah,
like in Wisconsin where we live.
no, that's not it. It's something. Some sort
Is
of
this an
human.
Edmund Fitzgerald thing? Like we just had Edmund Fitzgerald Day.
All
Like,
right,
Right.
Boris.
Right.
No, but I think again, if there's stuff that like you've used in the past and you're like, I just didn't feel like it did enough, or it's like an ability you think is sweet, go try it again because it might just be better, like flat out just be better in the scope. Because like if the ceiling of power for the game has been lowered, then anything that was down here is closer to the ceiling than it used to be, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
there's opportunities
Just
to
survivability. Yeah. Because
exactly.
healing on a double now is huge.
But they say it in football all the time, the best ability is availability, and so surviving is more than half the battle. So if you're here you can do stuff, you can if you're not. So
Right. Right.
I think give it, it's a really fun time to be able to just go out and play the things that you like and you're excited about, because they might be good now, and it's nobody fully knows yet, because it's a very, very new space to even if it was fun before, it might be more fun now because it can do more things than you're used to using it for.
Right. Right.
mhm.
Yeah. Especially if they can't kill it right away. You're like, ha,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
dead
right.
yet.
That's right. I'll be dead soon, but not yet, buddy. Oh, I'm dead now? Okay. All right. Never mind. You're right. No. All right. Cross that one off the list. Not better.
Yeah, like you said, the blessings changes were fairly minor. I mean, they made attacking more wounds more expensive, which makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
it's harder to just get more attacks, which again makes the game harder to do more damage in, and then it's harder to get more wounds, which was, I think that was more just when you were spamming it on the little guys. That was where it was kind of problematic. And again, if you're not playing with blessings, this doesn't matter at all. But like I always like them because they just make a way for you to make your list, and like yes, they were always intended for match play, but like we use them all the time because this gives you the opportunity to make your guys feel like your guys and get a little more customization, which I think is really cool. But wounds cost a little bit more, attacks and damage or regular damage, not crit damage, cost a little bit more. So just some slight changes, some quality of life stuff for again the big bruisers that were coming to bash your skull in. But yeah, I think it's a very fun time to be building and experimenting. And if you haven't played in a little while, chuck stuff out on the board again, because the game plays differently than it used to in a lot of different areas. And there's a ton of new abilities and models to use. And again, we didn't even touch on the Horns of Hishud. There's multiple people that have dug in there, but they've got some cool stuff. That the Big Bull got rules. There's both a melee and a ranged version. The ranged version is crazy. It's 12 dice, 2 strength, 2 damage
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
these like little shotgun blasts that it's pushing out.
But yeah,
Just
some interesting mechanics with
yeah,
the demon power points and
yep.
stuff, and yeah,
Yeah, using terrain to kind of gain advantages, and you get to kind of customize. It plays. I like that they're copying the AOS rules because that's the lore. That's the whole point of it, right? let's
right,
let's
right.
translate it into our game and get the similar kind of stuff because that's what these models do.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, Dante, never gonna die.
he's
Ever.
and that's what he was. He was born to do this, right? I'm just excited for the first life gets done, and it's like let's make the second one a little bit longer. I think we'll stretch it out this time.
Oh man.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
Poor
definitely
guy.
looking forward to trying out all these new models, new
Mhm.
game space, new rules.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a good time. And I guess there's a lot of reassurances too that people in the community are happier now that like, oh, we're getting some more consistent rules and questions
Mhm.
answered and things like that. So it's definitely more optimistic, which is
Yeah,
great.
for sure. And
What are you
it's
guys gonna try? Whoop.
no good.
What are you guys gonna try next?
That's a good question. I'm finishing it with my Skirk, and I haven't yet decided on what to try next. I'm
I
getting
think
some models.
I know I was building corn. I think it's got to be corn. I'm just excited. Like I said, I like that bleed
Mm-hmm.
ability. I don't know that it's good, but I think corn's just got this really cool play style. If you stay in faction, you use the battle trait, you start making people bleed, and then when they kill you, you do an extra D3 damage. I built a silly list today that was with Skabic from Underworlds as well,
Mm-hmm.
because he's got the ability on objectives or treasure to do D3 damage. So I called it D3 the movie. Everything in the list was just doing D3 damage, and somehow, and then I also added the choreographed because I was like, well, you got to have a star of the show. So, but no, I think those guys are going to be really interesting to mess around with, and I'm excited because
Nice.
again, I think locally we're going to have people playing demons, or it's not demons, sorry, the Hellsmiths of Hashut,
Mm-hmm.
to get those on the table. So
Yeah.
just there's so many new pieces, and hopefully, I mean, this bodes well just for the future because like, hey, Nurgle's getting a whole bunch of stuff. Well,
Right.
maybe toss a little
Yeah.
sugar our
Yeah.
way, get some pestigores,
Right.
and
I know.
hopefully all of the individual models from Darkwater get rules because there's some really cool stuff in there. So just I think the future is at least. If you like playing the game, and we're sickos, we just keep playing it no matter what. We just keep coming back to it, but it's positive to add new things to it, and I think there's hopefully beautiful horizon looking into it. Just a little. As of last night, we had the Northern Lights, so it's a little Northern Lights action
Mm-hmm.
going on out there for us.
All right. Definitely. Awesome. Well, this has been fun catching up and sharing all this stuff. There's a lot of excitement here, and we hadn't had a chance to talk about it yet. Besides, there's some other Discords and whatever else. So it's kind of fun to share our enthusiasm on screen.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
if there's stuff that you're super pumped about or you're mad. Sorry, one gripe. I forgot to say this when I talked about Kamandora, the Corn War band. They did a really good job of theming all these guys around the Underworlds ones, but in Underworlds, that Corn War band, they pick a person and they go, "That's a great skull. We're gonna collect that skull," and they all get a bonus going into it. And I was so bummed they didn't because that's like such a good war cry. It's actually
Mhm.
it's literally what the Beast Grabbers do from Gits. I was like, man, that
Yeah.
would have worked.
Yeah.
They blew it. They used that trick before it was ready. So that's the only thing I was mad about. But tell us what you're excited to play. If there's anything that you're stoked about, or again,
Mhm.
if you wish they did different rules, or how you feel about the changes, because there's some big changes. Again, the rules overall, but also like points and things like that. We just like we're like I said, we're sickos. We just like talking about the game. So come chat with us. Hit us up. Tell us what you're
Yeah.
thinking.
And where can they do that, Josh?
The www or the mortalrealms.com/Discord. And we don't typically use a whole lot of Twitter and all that other stuff, but the Discord is where you will find us.
Mm-hmm. We're lurking. We stay in there. We stay mushing in the Discord. We jam all this content.
We'll be listening to that slunge.
Right. All right, thanks,
Also,
guys.
don't tell Aaron we said that.
What, slunge?
Shh, don't. He doesn't like it.
He doesn't listen.
All right, see you all.
Bye.
Welcome to the Midwest side, those ruthless and narratively driven podcasts you'll never turn by. I'll be in fall. We get so fast, dice roll and roll in this fun, never solo, no snow to the Dogs of Warcry.